All right, we
You got
live.
LeBron.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday, noon Eastern time, to talk the basketball and the GOAT conversation. So shout out to everybody that's already in the comments, everybody that's already giving us some love, everybody that's a subscriber to the channel, everybody that's a follower of the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Shout out to all the GOAT James Kingdom members, because we are the platform for GOAT James. This is what we do here. It is Sunday. We are celebrating the in-season tournament champions. Shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers and GOAT James for being the first ever champion of the in-season NBA Cup. LeBron James gets the MVP. All right, y'all. We are doing big things here in GOAT James Kingdom today. We got a lot of haters. We got a lot of detractors. And we are going to explode on y'all because we are about to do this for real. So thanks for everybody that's already subscribed to the channel. You can catch us on Facebook, on Instagram, and also on TikTok, as we are reaching 60,000 plus members on our Facebook group. Shout out to everybody who's a member there. We got our normal panel here. We got Travis. We got Craig. We got King John in the building. Brandon and I. What up, Brandon?
What's up? I think we're the biggest LeBron group on the internet, ain't we?
Something like that. Something like that. I know they're starting to tag me and Brandon on everywhere. I don't know why you want to tag me when you can come see me Friday night. You're gonna come see me today. Y'all really want to see me today? Where y'all at? Where are my LeBron fans at? Where are the true GOAT James fans at around here, y'all? Huh? Travis, what's good, man?
Yo, how's it going, man?
All right, you hopped that fence real quick. You was just on the other side just about 5 minutes ago, right?
Yeah, man, I was like, I told him I'd be on that show to see what it was all about. There was a lot of yelling, and it's a lot of that.
Of course, gonna be a lot of yelling. That's what they do. They can't talk
Dude,
basketball, so they got to
Lee
yell.
he was getting that guy riled. It was crazy.
It was the best. I already know. You already know what we do at GOAT James Kingdom. I had them riled up on Ralph's TikTok live the other day because they don't know how to talk basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say y'all, Michael Jordan fans love to diminish greatness. What happened last night was a form of greatness. If you don't like it, that means you're not a basketball fan. You're just a Michael Jordan fan. And you can just go hop the fence over there on that side and talk about mid-range jump shooting all the hell y'all want, and defensive player of the year all the hell y'all want. But the accolades exist, and we have a new NBA accolade. It is called the In-Season Tournament Cup. The Lakers are the first champion. LeBron's the first MVP for the tournament. Y'all don't know what y'all dealing with up in here. What up, Craig?
Yo. So there's just question. So this MVP thing, is this supersedes a conference MVP? I just want to make sure we got to get a list of how important of these accolades are. So
well, that's what we're here to discuss. That's what we're here to discuss.
I mean, if the slam dunk contest count as an accolade in Jordan fans, why not this?
No,
MVP?
I'm just saying the importance. I didn't say if it's an accolade or not. I'm just saying the level of importance.
There's a level of importance placed on the slam dunk contest.
What? It's below
by Jordan fans.
Huh?
By Jordan fans, they place a weight on and value on the slam dunk contest. LeBron is knocked for not even entering the contest, let alone winning it.
Do anybody put it up in the same category as like the All-Star MVP?
It's better.
I mean, it should be higher because they had to play. They had to play hard. It's like a playoff atmosphere.
Oh wait, remember the tournament MVP is for all the games. So it counts for the group play, the tournament play, and at the end of the day, and all those games are regular season games. They actually count.
I just think they need to have a better reward system for it. This money thing is not. It's not it. They got to be something more important than this.
Yeah, I don't think the money was a big part of it anyway. I think it was just the competition level. Like teams wanted to win. It's the first time they wanted to win. I'm not sure how it's going to be in the future, but I know the first time everyone wanted to win, and everyone's playing hard. Everybody was playing hard, so it wasn't like they were not playing hard.
Well, Adam Silver had to talk with some of the superstars to push this tournament. So I think it was pushed correctly by the superstars, and it's going to be around for some years now.
Yeah, it was a good first go. It was a good first go.
New thing. It's
not
going
going to be a new thing. It has. It's gonna be the new thing now because LeBron won. That's like that. Let's be honest.
Yeah. He
If it
had to
was
win for it to be important. In my
if it
opinion,
was New
LeBron had to
Orleans
win for it to be
versus
important.
the Pacers, I don't think it would have been successful at all. But everyone tuned in to watch LeBron.
Yeah.
Everyone, just like Floyd, they want to see him lose. So everyone tuning in to watch LeBron James lose. And he didn't lose. He played his ass off throughout the whole tournament. They were 7-0. They play hard when it matters.
Brandon, do we have the viewership numbers yet? Have you located that?
No, I haven't even seen it yet. I know with the scoring title game, it came out like almost the same day, but I just haven't even looked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I can say one thing. Because GOAT James won this first inaugural whatever cup and the MVP, now it has value. It officially has value.
Yeah.
One of the greatest
That's
players
true.
of all time, if not what we call the greatest player of all time, achieved this accomplishment. And just like when Michael Jordan achieves whatever Michael Jordan achieves, it seems to be greater than anything else. That's the same thing that applies to the GOAT, because the GOAT James is better than Michael Jordan. So if you're going to give it to Michael, you got to give it to the GOAT. The man won it. Does your GOAT have one of these?
My GOAT.
Was there an in-season tournament when he was playing?
Was there a Finals MVP in the 60s? Was there a Defensive Player of the Year in the 70s?
Nope.
Was there an all-defensive team in the 60s?
Nope.
Was there blocks and steals in the 60s?
So you equating something that's been here for decades to something that happened last night? Now you trying to equate to the same level of how many players could have won those awards you were listed compared to how many players could have won what last night?
It doesn't matter. It exists at all time. It exists at all time. It exists at all time.
The player of the year.
Listen, the same accolades, right, that y'all want to use to make Michael Jordan better than
y'all even.
Here you go. Look, there they go. Look. See, there they go. They don't let you speak. They don't let you speak. They don't let you speak. It don't matter. I don't need to speak. I'm celebrating. Go ahead, Craig. This is your day. Go ahead, Craig. Enjoy.
I don't have no problem with it. I'm glad he won because he's going to put legitimacy to it. So now everybody else that comes after him is going to be going for the award. The right team won, in my opinion, for the league to make this a good thing.
Nah, the light skin specialist would have won it. The light skin specialist would have won. They would have said he's top 5 all time.
Ooh, 5 all time.
Oh yeah, if Stephen Curry would have won this, they would have said Stephen Curry's top 5 all time.
Damn.
Some people.
I can't even make that argument.
I mean, there's no argument made, but people put him in top 10 because he won a final MVP when he won in 22.
They playing right now. If they would have won it, I said he top 5. They playing terrible right now.
That was.
I mean, the Lakers not playing great either, but when it was time to play like a playoff atmosphere, it was different.
Real talk, though, that was probably one of the best games I've ever seen AD play. What? On both ends.
What?
Pretty insane.
AD was looking like him.
I mean the thing.
They played defense on the perimeter because they had a back there. You could just tell the impact Anthony Davis was having on the back end.
Yeah. Austin Reeves with like 28, 30, something like that.
I mean, also, he had 20 in the first half. He was balling.
Crazy.
The Lakers didn't hit a 3-pointer to like the third quarter. Or they
made it 2, and they scored 123. So hopefully they figure out a recipe to not keep jacking up threes if they're not making it, because they can score without shooting a ton of threes.
Y'all hear how we recognizing greatness? Pay attention, y'all. Listen to it. You see how we recognizing greatness? You hear that? Y'all hear that? Listen closely. Sweet music to my ears.
This Anthony did.
Yes. Yeah. I want Ralph to show up. I can't wait to see Ralph. Where's Ralph at? Anyways, shout out to everybody that's in the comments. We're going to put the link up very shortly. So we are going to discuss this, y'all. Y'all know we having fun. This is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. We're here to talk basketball. We're really going to discuss what does this really mean, all right? We all understand that the NBA is trying something new. It is the in-season a tournament where they decided to take regular season games and make them matter to be able to win these awards right here. So there's an in-season cup, okay? Then there's the in-season tournament MVP, And then there's also the in-season all-tournament team. We don't know who made those yet, but we are guessing AD, LeBron, and Halliburton are on those teams. So, Brandon, without further ado, brother, let's get it started. This is the GOAT James Kingdom Show, y'all. We are champs.
So basically, how do y'all describe how LeBron James played throughout the tournament? Like, how
He was
impactful
the best
was he
player
to
on the
you
Lakers
guys?
team. To me, he was the best player on all those Lakers teams in those season games.
His attributes as a point guard come out, how he controls the game and how he gets everyone involved and how he can control a game for 48 minutes, period, as a point guard. Sometimes I wish they would have just named him the point guard like they did Magic Johnson, because that's what he does great. He controls a whole game, offensively and defensively. So, I mean, I believe this really came out in this whole tournament, just watching them play.
What do you think, Travis?
No, I mean, he's right. Especially the last few games. Or the game, I should say specifically the game before last, when he was like 31 and like he had 11 dimes and like 5 steals. He was again, he was making all the right passes. It helped that they were shooting a really high percentage throughout most of the tournament as well. But he was setting people up, getting them in a great position, and he was wildly efficient on offensively too. So when LeBron, I always said when LeBron's doing those things where he's a threat to shoot 60% from the field, he's hitting the three, and he's going to riddle your team with like really good passes, and you can't really get anyone off the block. That's when the Lakers are going to be the most dangerous team, because he's going to beat you basically on both ends, and like you can't really take anything away.
For me, just looking at, we haven't seen a healthy LeBron in like a playoff atmosphere since 2020, 2020 basically, and we were able to see that like a healthy LeBron, because 2021 he was hurt, 2022 they didn't make the playoffs, and last year he was limping through the conference finals, even though he played well, but we all knew he was not healthy. But just seeing LeBron, even though he's 38, how he was playing, how all the he's the oldest player in the league. Let's just get that out. He's the oldest player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that the guys today can't even keep up with him. I know they're not including the last game, but I was just looking at his stats. He shot 62% from the 3-point line, and he was shooting 5 of them a game. He shot 59 from the field goal percent. Like, I mean, just crazy in like tournament play. 20 the guy was incredible how he was playing, because he's healthy, the team got healthy, they're defensive juggernauts basically.
Pause.
Like, this team right now is one of the top 3 teams in the league, and there's not too many other. I mean, they played the Suns 3 times, they beat them all 3 times. Every game was close, but the Suns didn't have a full roster. But once they have a full roster, they're going to be trouble. We already know Denver's going to be trouble. The Bucks, like I said at the beginning of the year, I'm not sure about the Bucks, because it's a new system, a new coach. Their defense is not the same, and exactly what I said at the beginning of the year is what's happening. They're still good. They're just not the same. Chris Middleton is not playing well. He's like the third wheel. He's not playing well in that role. Boston is a great one, probably the best team in the East. Then you have the Pacers, who we saw. They played really close with the Lakers. So it's about 5 or 6 teams that we could put in that pot, and the Lakers are one of the top 3 teams, and probably the best defensive team of that bunch with how long they are.
Mm-hmm.
So if they could stay healthy throughout the year, it's going to be looking like the Lakers going to be hanging up some banners if they could stay healthy. And if LeBron James, once he sees that he's healthy, everyone's healthy, it's going to be different. It's going to be different.
Ooh, hold on, do y'all hear that? That's the sound of appreciating greatness. that is the sweet music of appreciating greatness. The in-season tournament mattered because it was regular season games. Every team that made the finals, as far as the teams that won their group, and the wild card teams were all playoff teams, meaning they were top 8 teams. They were not play-in teams. They were actually top 8 teams. So we're talking about the best teams in the league as of right now. All right? It's no one's fault Stephen Curry and them couldn't make it. It's no one's fault that Joker and them couldn't make it. It's no one's fault Boston lost. It's no one's fault Milwaukee lost. It's no one's fault Sacramento lost. It's no one's fault KD lost to third time in a row this year to the GOAT. It's no one's fault that the Lakers are really a good team. They actually have a good roster, as Brandon explained. They were on point defensively last night. They were shutting down Halliburton, which everybody's questioning if he's a superstar. They shut down Zion Williams. They got everybody thinking Zion Williams' career is over.
Yeah, he looks like trash. That's for sure.
That's what the Lakers, and they just added Vando back. Rury's getting healthy. And when you add, listen, if you go out on that floor with LeBron James, Rury, Vando, Reddish, and AD, good luck scoring. Good luck putting the ball in the basket. Matter of fact, good luck getting across half court. And just in case we shoot a little bit off, we'll bring in AR, this assassin. That boy was on fire last night. He had the flu game. They call it the flu game. It's the new flu game. Because the old flu game happened in the 1900s. We don't know what happened in the 1900s. We're in 2023.
One of the big things with the Lakers trying to, get above beating the best team is Denver. Jokic is going to do Jokic things. I think they found a little bit of something from last year by putting Rui and other guys other than Anthony Davis on him. But that Jamal Murray, we have to stop him. He averaged 32 points a game for us. And now we got Cam. Hopefully Cam can stay healthy. Hopefully Vando learned something last year because he's the reason that the Lakers were not champions last year. Jamal Murray was the reason. That guy played like he was Kobe Bryant / Jordan against the Lakers. He was unstoppable. Nobody could guard him. LeBron James can't sit in the chair like he can anymore. So he's going to have to depend on Cam Reddish, Vando, some length to guard that dude. So I'm not saying they're the best team. I'm still give that to the Nuggets. I'm going to still give that to the Nuggets. But Lakers looking like they're top 3 right now.
Quick question, Brandon. Is there a new champ in the NBA today? Huh?
You know what? It felt like a championship. I'm not going to lie. It felt like the Lakers accomplished something last night. Even though LeBron played it off, when he got that trophy, he didn't act like it was just a regular trophy. When he got that finals, that in tournament MVP, he didn't act like it was just a regular MVP, like a tournament MVP. Like they had their little goggles on. They was having a celebration in there. Man, that's crazy.
Hold on, wait. Do y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Sweet sound of appreciating greatness. That's what I'm dancing to. That's what. Go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry.
Yep.
This is great.
Yeah, I think it's like Brandon said, it's going to be. I mean, yeah, Lakers. If they play like that, they're going to be a top 3, top 5 team. I think it's still, like you said, everything health being concerned or health being equal. I still think it's maybe Boston, Philly looks wildly. I'm sorry. I mean, they look really good right now. We'll see if they expose themselves again all season, but
they do every year.
They do. But I think Boston's legit. Denver, but there's no reason the Lakers can't be right there if they maintain that level.
They got to get all their health out the way now because you know what we know what's gonna happen in the end of the year. KD gonna get hurt. A couple of these players gonna get hurt. So
yeah,
y'all just gotta stay healthy in April.
I guess on the last show we were talking about players not playing full 82 game season, and I was discussing how players before had a lot shorter careers because they was playing through injuries. We seen how Kobe, his last 4 years, how he just could not stay on the court because he played through so many injuries. Instead of taking 5 games off, he played through it, and it kind of hurt him towards the end of his career. We saw his last game; he scored 60. Like the dude was still able to score points, but he didn't manage his body well enough. He wanted to run through walls. And one of the good things about LeBron, he knows when to, take some time off, even though he may miss 10, 15 games, but at the end of it, he's going to be healthy. Even if he would have tried to play through his injuries, even though they were not major injuries, if he would have tried to play through them, he would not have been even able to play in the playoffs. So just taking those games off just to try to heal so he could actually be competitive. Hopefully they could keep the same thing up, try to keep Anthony Davis healthy. They have a lot of younger guys. Hopefully they could just be healthy, because there's not really much you could do with younger guys. They're just supposed to be healthy. But LeBron and Anthony Davis, they really have to be managed so they could play. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get 65 games, which means they might take off 17 games this year, which they probably should. They missed one total. Hopefully, they could take off next game, but I'm not sure if they can.
Well,
Yeah, I mean that's the only way to win.
From my confirmation of the schedule that we have, Braun and I and AD, we got a few things we're gonna be handling these next couple of 24 hours.
For real?
We still appreciating the sweet sound of greatness. We still appreciate. We love it.
Can we get LeBron on the show? Like, come on, man. Like,
Nah. You guys are not worthy of those discussions. You guys are not worthy of the discussions. Your mic is bad today, John. It is. Your mic is kind of bad. We can't hear you. It's muffling. So all in all, is it a yay or a nay? Was the in-season tournament a success for the NBA? Start with you, Craig.
Oh yeah, you know how much money they made off. I tell you, the right team won for this to be successful. This was a marketing ploy. LeBron James is making so much money for the NBA. It's like crazy right now. And just wait till next year. Now everybody's going to be talking about it. Now it's going to be who's going to be the first to win a in-season tournament MVP and a finals MVP all that together. Who's going to be the first team to win both?
The GOAT's going to do it this year. What you talking about? Wait. Today is December 2023. All right, we're going to go into 2024. LeBron will win the conference finals MVP. He will win the finals MVP. And this will be the new conversation that y'all will hate GOAT James Kingdom for even more. So next year, when we get to the in-season tournament, they're going to say who's going to knock out the champs. That's what they're going to be saying. Travis, what do you think? Success, yay or nay?
Oh, definitely success. I mean, especially they really did it right by. I think the one game elimination thing is really helpful too, because you get added stakes, just like football, and then it was in Vegas, which is a huge Lakers town anyway, and so you just had all that going on.
It's my fan, my groupie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I give you that, boy. I give you that one. That one is the fact. That man there loves Craig, boy.
Oh my God,
Craig, you are the number one. You hold it down, 10 toes down, and you know we got nothing but respect.
Oh my goodness, that's like the best comment I've seen in a while. That is hilarious.
Yeah, that boy woke up this morning with Craig on his mind. That's
crazy. That is crazy.
So Brandon, hold on. King John, is your mic good? Can you speak up?
Is it better now?
Yeah, we can hear you now, brother.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So what do you say? Was the in-season tournament a success for the NBA?
Yes, and I think it had all the ingredients. Look at it like this. You had Indiana come out the East. They beat Boston and Milwaukee. So on one side, they said you could do everything. Anybody can make the championship. Anybody can be beat. But on the other side, you had the big market team. The Lakers make it all the way. So I think it had all the ingredients. Indiana got them a point guard on the rise. I think it had all the ingredients of everything. It was pumped up. The course was right. You got the best basketball, because what the bubble did show, and what a lot of people don't want to admit, is that when the players get to sit and not have to do all this traveling, you get the best. You get the best out the players.
That's interesting. What do you think about that, Brandon? Was it a success or?
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge success. I know when we talk about it on your show, how when LeBron has a neutral court, is just different because his neutral court is a home advantage for everyone. I mean, the whole stadium were Laker fans. Vegas is not too far from,
Yeah, Vegas is not too far.
California.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from
it's not too far from
California.
Cal. So it was a home game for the Lakers, and they needed that crowd as well. They play. I mean, the Pacers. They play like the Kings. They just run up and down the court. Like it's hard to guard those dudes. But Anthony Davis, the beast, and Cam Reddish, that dude is so good defensively. I don't know where that came from. We most people watched him in college when he played with Zion and everything, and we knew he was a really good player. But he bounced around the league. No one really took him serious, and they found some in him. They found some in Cam Reddish, and that's a defensive stopper. And they need that. They need a type of player like that for guards. Halliburton, they needed that from him. Then I don't know who's going to guard the quick, fast point guards like Fox, who's going to guard him. But like I said, we need somebody for Jamal Murray, Jason Tatum, those guys just like that, who's going to light up the scoreboard. Dame Lillard and Cam Reddish is that guy.
Yeah, how many teams he played with on 4 teams already?
And he said been in the league for like 3 years. He said he ain't been in the league that long. He's on the team every year, but the thing with the Lakers, they found a good guard, and the next year they are gone. Monk, he was gone. The other guy I forgot his name.
Brown.
Walker.
Lonnie Walker Jr.
Yeah,
Lonnie Walker Jr.
Yeah, Lonnie Walker played great in the playoffs, and he's gone the next year. So
he's playing in Brooklyn right now. Yeah, Lonnie Walker Jr.
That's because
so hopefully we
can
can
get
keep
rid
him.
of all these players every year. They get good and be like, no, we need some better help. Let's go get these name brand players, and y'all get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that really helps out too much.
Listen again. Pay attention, y'all. Do y'all hear that? Do you hear that? That is the sound of appreciating greatness. Sweet music to Johnny's ears. Man, listen. I wanted to bring up the point that John brought up about the players not having to travel, right? Because that was something that was brought up about the bubble, right? That they were saying some players were able to take advantage of it, and that's because it was a gym atmosphere, right? Because there was no crowd. But to a certain degree, some players complained that it wasn't their normal routine, which is also what they complain about with the All-Star game. They complain that with the All-Star game, the whole intro, waiting 30 minutes before playing a game. Like, I'm warmed up. Usually after a warm-up, we get to the game like 5-10 minutes later. But now we got these intros, a concert. You know what I'm saying? So how much does it really help that the NBA listened to the players? Because what they did was they said, okay, we're going to put the regular season games in, but we're only going to play, 6 games in Vegas, right? They played 3 games in Vegas.
2. Just the Final Four.
Just the Final Four. So you play just 2 games in Vegas. So you're basically playing one neutral floor game for a regular season game. And obviously we know the numbers don't count for this as far as the regular season. This is another new category. So as of right now, Anthony Davis is number 1 in points in the in-season finals, and he's also number 1 in rebounds. And he put up numbers that only Wilt Chamberlain and
blocks.
Yeah. So again, this is the sweet sound of appreciating greatness. Shout out to the Lakers again and the GOAT James Foundation for going on and showing everybody what greatness means, y'all. Yay! GOAT James Kingdom. Yay! Yay! So John, what do you think of that, John? What do you think? Do you think that that's going to work? They're gonna continue to do it the same way, the same type of scheduling for the in-season tournament next year?
Yeah, I think they're gonna keep going with this. They love it. They want Golden State involved next year. They don't. I mean, they want to keep it going. I think it's a good thing. It gets the players up and ready. It gets that regular season going. And it matters because they got a TV deal coming up, so they want this viewership too. So let's keep it real. This is a business move too.
No, it is, and they also stated it in the game. If you was paying attention, if you were watching the game instead of watching LeBron James, right, you would have noticed them saying that another reason they did this was to make the players have something to play for early in the season. There was give them something to be competitive for, and they got that. They were players trying to win this. It wasn't just the Lakers.
Give them a play-in tournament. You get extra help to make the playoffs. What else do you want them to do? You want to shoot the shot for them? They grown men. So they need to get rid of the play-in if they're going to keep this East season. They'll make it more competitive. Make the winner of this in-season tournament get a bye in the first round.
No, why? But Craig, it already counts because it's regular season games already.
Look how you hyping the Lakers winning. Imagine them skipping the first round.
But Craig, what if the winner don't make the play?
No. But what if they're the 6th seed? I don't want no 6th seed getting a bye because they won an in-season tournament.
But what if they don't make it?
Why not? They was good at. What do you mean?
But Craig, you have to think about this. Every game in the tournament counts for the regular season.
You play hard enough to get that second round bye. You wouldn't be a 6th seed. You'll be playing your hardest all 82 games.
Craig, the games already count for you making the playoffs because they're regular season games. So it already counts for the playoffs.
But it would be better.
No, it would. And you would feel better. I know it hurts because you were kind of tearing up last night. You was wondering how you was going to handle it.
I hardly watched the game. I had to make some money last night, so I wasn't even home to watch it.
Had to make some money.
That's the excuse for not watching greatness. I appall. This is appalling. I don't accept it. This is appalling. This is egregious. This is not right. You knew it was going to be a champion. All right, Brandon. I'm sorry, Brandon. I had too much champagne and stuff. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, I don't really know what they can do to incentivize them other than money because, like Craig was saying, a first round bye, that's kind of hard. Get rid of the play-in tournament. I don't think any other teams like the play-in tournament, but the 9th and 10th seed. Those are the two teams who actually like the play-in tournament. I think it's kind of ridiculous, the play-in tournament. But I don't know what they can do.
You don't like
I don't know what they can do to like incentive.
You don't like the play-in?
I mean, I don't. It's ridiculous. Like it's not needed. Like if you're not a top 8 team, you don't make the playoffs.
No, because it gives the teams that are playing for like the 10th seed now the 11th and 12th seed.
Is for now.
No, but I'm saying it's still for the regular season. Now if you're the 11th and 12th seed, you ain't gonna tank. You can still have a chance to make the playoffs because you make the play-in, you can beat the 8th or 7th seed.
Yeah,
like I could understand that the 8th seed maybe having a 9th and 10th seed play a game. Who wins? Play the 8th seed, the best out of 2, best out of 3. But still, that's too many extra games to be playing to make the playoffs when they already secured their spot playing 82 games.
Just to lose in the first round.
But you guys got to remember, all of this stems from the pandemic and them having to do the vote. They saw the success because they remember there was a tournament or a play-in type of style to get into the playoffs that season. So that only the teams that were capable of making the playoffs. Remember, they cut the season with like 60 games left. They played like 8 or 9 games. I think it was 8 games before the playoffs, and that was like a play-in type tournament style. So that's why they added the play-in afterwards. And then they thought about, well, how about we just do a whole in-season tournament since it was so successful? You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, one thing I think they could do maybe is, the logistics, don't ask me how, but like figure it out. Like remember how years ago the All-Star game for Major League Baseball used to determine who had home court or home field in the finals.
Yeah.
The World Series, yeah. That was interesting. Granted, it was just one game, but that meant like because it was early enough, no one was really out of the picture yet. And if we did it like this, they say, hey, cool, you won the in-season tournament. You automatically have home court advantage if you make it to the finals. And since it's an early kind of thing, that could stoke a lot of teams to be super competitive. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I hear you, Travis. Hey, hold on. SB, shout out to SB Talk Sports, real takes over fake debates. Let me see if you can hear this. Do you hear that, SB? Do you hear that sweet music playing in the background? That's called appreciating greatness, my friend. This is what we do in GOAT James Kingdom. And I ask you, does your GOAT have one of these?
I know this sounds simple, but how about just giving them an extra first round draft pick?
that I could trade away and get a superstar.
I mean, what was greater than the NBA giving you a whole presentation? They stopped. They had a whole presentation. ABC paid money for this. They had y'all don't understand. I'm going to the next one in Vegas. I'm going to Vegas next year. I'm gonna be in the next play-in tournament. I'm gonna be there.
I'll see you there.
I'm there. Listen, SB says I hate you. I know, brother. Much love and respect. Shout out to SB Talk Sports, man. Shout out to you, brother. I know you hear the sweet sounds of greatness. I know you hear it. I know you hear it. But listen, it was, man, it doesn't need no more than what it was. There's a trophy, there's an MVP, there's an all tournament team. You get a ribbon and a medal. Right? I mean, what more do you want? They let you get champagne. You get to put the goggles
First
on.
round bye.
And I know this, but I know this for a fact. Like, this is facts. I'm talking facts here. You get all of this. All of this. Now, the question is, do they get banners? We know they're not giving out rings. Again, this is not a ring. So no LeBron James fan had ever said this is a fifth ring. You Michael Jordan fans need to stop creating memes.
Want me to tag you in the post?
I can tag you in a few of those posts there.
Wait, please do, because I'm going to show you the logo that tells you it is a Michael Jordan fan page. You know who you're talking to. I'm the exposer. I will expose it. We are talking greatness, not 1900s. Woo!
Hey, it was a LeBron fan that posted it. So you want to speak to him in the DMs?
No, I didn't see no LeBron fan posting it. I didn't see no LeBron fan posting it. The one where the one that LeBron James is sitting at that table where it says, this is my fifth ring. I want to argue with anybody, whatever. You know that one, that famous meme.
Change my mind.
Yeah, that is not from a LeBron James fan. Yeah. We know basketball.
I didn't see that one, so I don't know.
We know basketball. It is a championship. Y'all are mad that it's a championship. It isn't. It is a championship.
Mad. These motherfuckers don't pay my bills for me to be this upset that somebody won a championship in the East season. Why y'all keep saying that?
Craig,
me personally,
Craig, but why every time I say y'all, you think I'm talking about you?
Because you're cursing at me the whole goddamn entire show. What do you mean?
I was? Okay, my bad. It's the champagne. I can't hear a lot because there's a sound of greatness ringing in the background. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But for real, they should have a first round bye. I guarantee that would make the playoffs interesting. The in season tournament, no matter if they're 8th seed or 1st seed. Deal with it. First season bye.
Hey, look, somebody in the comments, Brandon said GJK fears Dreamers Pro. Didn't Gilbert Arenas expose Dreamers Pro just recently? Cooked them. Embarrassed them.
He cooked them on his own belief.
He usually don't know what he talk about anyway. He just talk about narrative. So
I know this. When I see Dreamers Pro, I'm gonna ask him this: does your goat got one of these? Okay, that's what I thought.
Dude, shout out to Brandon for weathering that tirade on the other show.
Y'all went on the show again today?
We were on there.
Yeah,
Brandon hopped in like later on, but it was like the guy gets triggered. Like,
I'm glad that you said that because you know what? Because a lot of people think it's me. The difference between Brandon and I is that we both trigger people. Brandon doesn't respond the way
Brandon was calm, cool, and collected, man. It was just like talking facts or whatever, and the guy was just screaming. I was like,
Brandon, you can put the link up to the folks out in the chat.
Okay.
I think they want to hear the sweet sounds of greatness like we hear it. If they don't, I think they can hear it like we hear it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I guess they try to make a few things. They were talking sport fitness. You know, he's just so upset. He had to like leave a few times because he's so irate about things. So he was talking about how LeBron fans are the worst. They disrespect the 90s. I guess someone came on with saying how Clyde Drexler wasn't that great and they play versus bums and all this other stuff. And I basically was just saying that the new age basketball fans who appreciate the game today, they talk about the game so much, they call them soft. They don't work as hard. So they do the same thing to different eras because that's what they get towards this era. So it's vice versa. And, you know, he's calling me fools, idiots. No one do that. We don't do this. We don't do that. And then all of a sudden he's calling this era soft. they don't work hard, all this other stuff. Like you're just saying the exact same thing. You say you don't say. Like that's just how you guys are. Like it's just how you guys are. Like that's like people gonna like they disrespect the '60s and the '70s. Like you have to appreciate the eras. Like calling this era soft, don't work hard. They only care about their money. Like it's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business. Why would you want to play 82 games and only finish 13 seasons when you could play 75 games and play 16, 17 seasons? You're going to make a lot more money. It's smart business, and you're going to be healthier towards the end of the season. That's just how it is. It's just smart business. There's nothing wrong with not playing 82 games a year. 82 games a year only a standard because Michael Jordan did it. Michael Jordan played 75 games a year, played 18 seasons, and had 8 titles. It wouldn't even be a conversation because it was saying that Michael Jordan was smart not to push himself to a limit where he needed to take time off. He played the right amount of games to be competitive during the regular season. These players are not playing 50 games a year. There's only a few stars who play because they're older and they get hurt. The younger players are not playing 50 games a year. Like this narrative that everyone takes off 20 to 30 games is just not true. It's just not true.
Hey, y'all criticize Jordan for being smart and retiring twice. So I don't want to hear that.
And that's extreme load management.
Yeah, that's all it was load management.
Yes, he load managed for 2 seasons.
To respond to the comments, Aaron Austin Reeves was supposed to be hurt. I mean, not hurt. He was sick. Crash, can you mute yourself right quick, brother? You in the background noise, brother.
My bad. Hold on, I'm trying to find this mute button. It just disappeared. Oh, I got it.
Okay. Yes. Austin Reeves did play supposedly sick yesterday, but he didn't make a big deal of it. The GOAT made a big deal of it. So that is true. It is called the new flu game because we don't recognize anything in the 1900s. The same way sports, fitness, and rants don't recognize the 60s. So we don't recognize anything that happened before Bush knocked down the towers, to be honest with you. So at the end of the day, this is what basketball is. You guys got to appreciate the game for what it is. It had to evolve. To call these players soft when they have to guard harder offensive players. It's not because the rules say they can't guard these guys. It's because the guys that they have to play can literally dribble the basketball. They can literally shoot the lights out, even when you're on them. We've seen plenty of highlights of Kobe Bryant taking shots with guys right on him. I mean, playing exact defense. You can't play no better defense. Swish. Why? Because Kobe worked on his game. These guys work on their game more than ever. That's it. These guys are not soft. These guys are in the gym day in and day out. The guys in the 90s used to vacation during the summer. Shaq used to say, I'm not taking my summer to rehab and get ready for the season. I'm going to wait till the season starts to do my surgery, then rehab and pop up in January as a champion. That's what these guys used to do. Scottie Pippen did it. They all used to do it. They used to go on vacation. The guys don't do that this year. I mean, and this era. They take a week off, 2 weeks off. Oh, wait, my bad. Anthony Davis takes 2 months off. He doesn't touch a basketball for 2 months.
Well, Karl Malone said that he took the summer off. He didn't shoot basketballs or anything. And he was still as dominant. So, players in like Scottie Pippen, he rehabbed during the season. Like, not everyone played 82 games a year. And it's just a Jordan thing that you have to play 82 games a year.
It's really a John Stockton thing. You want to talk about playing 82 games?
John Stockton.
That's what no matter what we say. I think he played like 82 games like 16, 17 times in his career. This man played over this career. But what up, Crash? Thanks for joining us, Crash. We got one of our usual suspects from the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Oh, he disappeared. But we got Chad. Chad, what's good, man? Chad Manning is in the building. What's good, my friend?
Just here to taste the champagne, bro.
You hear the sweet sound of greatness. You hear it. I know you hear it. You dancing over there. I know you.
That's right. I hear it loud and clear.
I know you're a country boy, but you still got some rhythm. I know you can hear this music playing in the background. I know you can hear it. So what do you think of the in-season tournament? You know what we're talking about. You're a guy that loves the old school guys, right? Because the narrative is the people before this time had no chance of winning it, so it shouldn't matter. What do you think about the significance of the in-season tournament, everything in general, as we were speaking about it? Go ahead, Chad.
I like it, dude. Like I say, November and December is pretty boring to watch, before this. And you could clearly see that these teams were trying to win it. You could say it's, for LeBron or whatever, but, them boys were wanting that money, and they do want to be the first one to do something. But like I say, if you're going to downgrade the in-season tournament, you got to downgrade that Michael Jordan Defensive Player of the Year award.
Ooh.
Damn, dude, Michael Jordan's the only player with a
Hey, Craig, turn around when you talk to me so I can hear you better.
God damn. So Akeem Defensive Player Award don't want Giannis Defensive Player of the Year Award don't count.
No, it don't count because it didn't count for
Brody,
Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain.
Rudy Gobert's Defensive Player of the Year.
It didn't count for Kareem. It didn't count for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would
I
have
can't
had
hear
that.
you, man. Could you
I
turn around?
don't think you understand the question. They're saying that if it didn't count for everyone, the awards that count now shouldn't count at all, like Defensive Player of the Years. That's what he's saying.
Who
Like
said this
Bill
thing?
Russell and Wilt
I'm
Chamberlain couldn't
literally
get them.
saying the winner
That's
should get
all.
a first round bye in the damn playoffs.
No,
Why would they
yeah, I'm
count?
just saying, like you saying it shouldn't count. Like he's not saying it should
Not
not
a
count.
first round bye, man. Let's just hypothetically say that a team that is under 500 did win this tournament. How are they going to get a first round bye?
Thank you. Thank you.
So what you saying is so what does it mean then if a 500 team wins the tournament? So how really important is it then?
It means you get to raise one of these. You get to raise one of these on
As a
national
500
television.
as a team that's under 500.
No, because more than likely when you make the in-season
Okay,
tournament,
then.
you're
So
going to
if
be
you're
above
not gonna
500.
be
No,
under
no.
500.
But you're talking about an end-season accomplishment, which means making the playoffs. This is for the just end the season. It should just count for the season. It just is an in-season accomplishment.
Yeah, there's still 2/3 of a season to be played, man.
Exactly. There's still a lot of basketball to be played.
So you're saying the team that wins this can be a trash team that wins 10 games for the whole
All right,
season?
let me ask you. Let's say that the Lakers
It's
didn't win another
possible.
game the rest of the year. Do you still think that they should be a first round bye?
If they won when it was supposed
They
to
won the
count.
in-season tournament. If AD and LeBron get hurt, they lose the rest of the games. They should be a first round bye.
Now see, so what's that got to do with them losing LeBron? Is it for entertainment wise or is it the team? So the team got to suffer because AD and LeBron got hurt? That's what you're saying?
No, he's saying if
Well, I
AD and
get your
LeBron get
logic.
hurt-
You're used to, your GOAT winning, getting the playoffs on 30 wins. I mean, I do see your confusion.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's another thing that don't count neither. First rounds, because the first round didn't exist till 1984, so we're not gonna count first round playoffs as well. Those get knocked out because that didn't exist.
Those that exist to 1987, no, 1988.
1984 was the first time they put the first round in.
Sweets versus Boston don't count then.
It don't matter. All those other wins don't count. None of those count. None of those count. None of them don't count because it wasn't available when the season started. And matter of fact, MVPs don't count neither because since the NBA started, there was no MVPs as well, so that don't count as well. The only thing that's going to count is all NBA.
Scoring titles count because they always had a scoring leader. Yeah.
Scoring titles count. Oh yeah, scoring titles are going to count.
Yeah.
But all those counts, those stats count. But there's no rebounding. No block titles, no steal titles, because there's no blocks or steals. There's no turnovers. That didn't exist till 1976, I believe, or 74 as well. So the only thing that's going to count in the GOAT conversation, so we're talking about the greatest of all time, will be all-star appearances, all NBA selection, rebounds, assists, and points, and the accolades that go to those. No MVPs, no all defensive selections, no defensive player of the year. None of that would exist because it wasn't available all time. That's what happens when you turn off the music of Sweet Sound of Greatness. But we don't do that here because it's still playing in the background. We're gonna leave that alone. Crash. Are you there, Crash?
He on mute.
He on mute. I know he on mute. Should be paying attention. So Chad, I agree with you, Chad. Till Crash get on. It shouldn't count for what all that it is. Exactly.
My bad, y'all. I'm like doing like a side job. My bad.
Okay. Well, you gotta pay attention when you come on GOAT James Kingdom, my friend. We celebrating today. If you're making your money, make your money.
I'm paying attention. My hands were just a little tired. My bad, though. My bad.
All right. So you hear the sweet sounds of greatness in the background. You can start. You can do your two-step. What's good? What's happening? Talk to me.
I could almost taste the champagne. Yeah, but
Celebrate
But nah,
good times. Come on.
yeah, nah, but that in-season tournament was bananas, man. Like that last game was like some people don't even look. Like I was just on that MJ group or whatever. I was arguing with them. I'm the one that got them all upset talking about Clyde Drexler.
That was you.
But
Okay.
Oh, that was you. That
yeah,
was you. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait, Crash. Hold on, wait, Crash. You went over there and crashed somebody's Michael Jordan fan page? That what you did?
bruh, straight narrative talk. All they want to do is narrative
Oh,
talk.
shout out. That's why they scared of GOAT James Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They don't.
Hey,
So,
what? Hey,
okay,
hey, hold on for 1 second. 1 second.
right,
1 second,
right,
Crash.
right, tell us.
Like they love to talk narratives, but they hate when we talk narratives. Isn't that hilarious?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I will show Craig
Like
a
I
little
was telling
love.
him, like, yo,
We'll show Craig a little love here.
Yeah, like
No,
I'm
no,
not.
hold
I
on,
don't,
Chad.
I
Hold
don't
on,
think it
Chad.
should be a first round.
Chad, hold on, Chad. It's Crash's turn for a second. Let Crash go. Go ahead, Crash.
Yeah, like I'm not slandering Clyde Drexler by saying that Clyde Drexler couldn't go left. It's just a fact. He couldn't go left. Like it's like, am I slandering Michael Jordan by saying he was a mid 3-point shooter? No, he was just a mid 3-point shooter. You can't get mad off of facts. Like, but people want to get mad off of it. It's like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, the 90s was good, but it was mid. Like it wasn't really all that. Without Jordan, the 90s really wasn't something to really talk about. So at the end of it all, they getting mad that I'm saying stuff like that. It's like, yo, it is what it is. You don't get upset behind it. Just debunk me instead of being upset.
Oh my God! Somebody talking about the 1900s?
Well, to make that point, when Jordan left those 2 years, they don't really count those titles by Houston. So basically, without Jordan, the 90s just wasn't great. You're right.
No, but I hate it though.
We scratching the record. We scratching the records.
I got Hakeem Olajuwon in your top 10 for that very reason, for those 2 titles and what he did in the 90s.
All right, but what they're saying is that we LeBron fans don't discount. We don't really discount the 90s. It's when other fans want to discount LeBron's era. It's like, okay, so y'all want to play tit for tat? Let's do that. Let's talk about the 90s. So it's like when you start doing stuff like that and you start measuring competition, there's really no competition to measure.
Facts. You guys have opened the door for us to talk about the 90s this way because you guys can't appreciate greatness. Michael Jordan can't appreciate greatness.
Do anybody believe that the 90s was the best era of basketball here?
No.
Correct. No.
What? Okay. Okay, John. What era is yours, John?
With the weakest era?
Hold on. He said your favorite era, right? What was the question, Brandon?
I'm just saying, do anybody believe that the 90s was the best era?
Okay, all right. So, what do you think was the best era, John?
Early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
The 2000 era.
I said that the 2000 era, like
the 2000 era,
from 99 to 2009.
All right. Travis, the best era?
I think it was between 96 and 2009, 2010. That's where everything peaked for me.
Okay. All right. Chad, what was the best era for you?
The 60s.
60s. Yeah. Shout out to the 60s. We appreciate greatness over here. Crash, what's the best era for you? All right. Crash is making money. Brandon, what's the best era for you?
I'd say the 2010s to now.
Okay, I'm
my bad. I didn't even know I was on mute. I was gonna.
But you know, Clyde Drexler can't go left though, right? But you know, Clyde Drexler can't go left, right? You know that though.
For sure, for sure. Man, hey Johnny, you know what me and you be. I got this thing about the 90s. You know when we talk about Stockton and all that, like I don't really jack the 90s like that.
Listen, that don't got nothing to do with that. It's the era. It has to do with the players. They had great players in the 90s. Yeah, it's like they did.
I do want to talk about something that Greg was talking about with the first round thing. I don't think it should be a buy. I don't think it should be a buy, but I think that you should get a tiebreaker. You know, at anything, whether it's the division title or C, get a tiebreaker
advantage
because you played one more game. When you want to play one more game, you should at least get a tiebreaker.
83 games when you're in the season tournament.
Yeah, but the game really don't count for nothing. It's just an extra
I know,
game.
but you still played an extra game, so you should at least get a tiebreaker.
A tiebreaker
I
in what?
think it's. I literally think it should deal with something like home court advantage.
I don't know. We was in
But-
Vegas. I don't know about y'all. We in Vegas.
It should
We
be
got
a bye.
Sin
This way you
City.
eliminate the play-in because now you got that extra team.
No, I like the play-in. Don't get rid of nothing. You ESPN fans.
I just think a first round bye
like
is just too much. A first round bye is too much.
I think anything else than the trophy, the MVP, and being a part of the team and recognition.
All right, how about this?
Hustle.
If you win the NC,
Man, they should just leave it how it
you
is.
win the in-season tournament as the number 1 seed at the end of the year, if you're the number 1 seed, you can get a bye. If you're the number 1 seed as the in-season tournament champion, you deserve a
I
bye.
could go with that.
All right, but now
I
you
could
got
go
to
with that.
but now you're adding an extra team to the playoffs.
Well, now get rid of the play-in. You already try to add 5 teams to the
man.
playoffs.
Listen, man. This is why Adam Silver is the commissioner, not none of one of you guys. Down
You don't
here.
think they're going to add teams if they add 2 more teams to the
They
league?
literally about to add Vegas and Seattle. What are you talking about? They added.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think they're going to add more teams to the playoffs?
The GOAT ain't gonna retire yet. When the GOAT retires, then he's gonna purchase it. Yeah, it's gonna happen then. But you know,
They're gonna do like the NFL did. The NFL added the extra team to the playoffs.
yeah, they did. They took away a extra bye, right? There used to be 2 teams that had a bye.
Yeah,
That's what they did. But that's
Sure.
what I'm saying. But that's different.
Yeah.
But they still listen. There is nothing wrong. Everything right now is great. All you guys have to do is sit back and watch it like real fans. If you love the game, it's beautiful. Everything was great. Basically the in-season tournament birthed a new star in Halliburton, right? So it's like, I mean, why y'all hating? I mean, again, all the teams that were in the tournament in general, right, are in playoffs hunt right now. The New Orleans Pelicans, the Sacramento Kings, the Suns, the Lakers, the Boston Celtics, the Bucks, the Knicks, and what was the other team again that made the cut? Oh, and Indiana Pacers. They're all in the playoff. These teams right now are all in the playoff. They've been winning. They all been good teams all season long. And starting tomorrow, we got regular season games from here on out, and everybody will be envious because the GOAT now has told y'all, listen, this $500,000 is real. This is real out here, man. This is real out here. We do real things when we do GOAT things, man. It's the GOAT.
yes, sir.
This is what we do, man. Shout out to everybody in the comments.
Somebody
Shout out-
got on a Patriots jersey.
Yeah, the Patriots today, right? They played the other night, right? They won, right? That's sad. That's
They
sad. That's sad.
Eked out a victory.
Yeah, that's sad that you watch greatness for 20 years and now you're about to watch debacle again for the next 20 years.
Tough, man. So
Anyways, shout out to everybody in the comments showing love and respect to the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, check out the actual membership at GOAT James Kingdom as we have merch and perks for all our GOAT James Kingdom members. You guys have been great on the panel as well, man. This has been fun, man. I'm enjoying myself. I really can't believe that we did it. Yeah, we did it, man. We did this shit. We fucking did it, man. We fucking did it, man. Shout out to the Lakers, man. Shout out to the Lakers, man. We fucking did it.
For the rest of the season, because I think the Lakers can I think they can move up to the top 3 seed in the West.
They can do it. They're only a game away from being the second seed. Again, like Chad said, there's a lot of games left to be played. So now there's nothing left to do but make the All-Star team. That'll be the 20th All-Star selection for GOAT James, right? That's 20 All-Stars. Y'all understand what that means? 20 All-Star selection, 20 All-Star games. That is going to be ridiculous. And then he's headed to an All-NBA selection as well. So we have a lot to look forward to as GOAT James Kingdom fans. Next week on the Michael Jordan's fans page or the best, they're probably going to talk jump shooting again. It'll be mid-range, 10 to 24 feet. So that'll be the topic there. Shout out to Anthony Davis, a GOAT James Kingdom member. Thank you, brother. Thanks for contributing to us. We see the contribution. Thanks for the donations.
Reggie Rag too.
Yeah, Reggie Reg, thank you again. You guys, listen, man, listen. This is what I really want to talk about. You have anything else, Brandon? Because I wanted to talk about one other thing.
Oh, you go ahead. Go.
I want to talk about this being rigged thing. If the league did rig the in-season cup for LeBron James to win it with the Lakers, as Craig stated that
I didn't say rigged.
Oh no, wait, not that you. Wait. Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't put words in my mouth because
I'm not okay. You're right. I'm sorry. I misquoted there. I mean, not as Craig stated, but what I'm saying, Craig mentioned something to the idea that this was perfect for the league, that the Lakers actually won it and LeBron won it because he's still the face of the league, which is ridiculous that at year 21, LeBron James is still the face of the NBA after all he's done, right? But a lot of people say it is rigged. My question to the Michael Jordan fans, okay, or the Michael Jordan fan delegate page, you guys down here, if it was rigged for LeBron James, can we say the 90s was rigged for Jordan?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can say it. I mean, you can say the best player winning makes the NBA money. They're going to make sure the best player is going to win.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad that y'all, because I mean, I know y'all don't go with the rig stuff. We know that, we know there's a lot of controversy with refereeing in the NBA. We know that, but it's really hard to.
2002 Western Conference Finals is rigged. I don't care what nobody say. That was rigged.
It's hard to keep a ball out of the basket.
Was that the Kings Lakers series?
Yeah, the Kings should have won that series.
Yes, that was rigged. Yes.
I mean, the guy came out and said that they were basically, but I mean, King shot more free throws for the series, but the one game kind of turned it. But no, I don't think it was rigged. I mean, I think people want to say that just because he was, LeBron ended up winning, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it was rigged because the logistics are impossible. You'd have to approach every player on every team and every coach and be like, hey, what do you think? Want to throw this game? Just the competitive spirit wouldn't allow for that.
I got to address Ghost 2000 in here. Jordan was not the face of the league till he retired. Which retirement? Remember, he had 3 of them. Which one?
What?
Are you talking 1900s again? Y'all talking 1900s? Y'all talking pre 9/11? Before TSA? Listen, if you wasn't around to watch basketball before TSA existed, I don't want to talk to you about no 1900s, bro. All right. So Michael Jordan in the 2000s was not the face of the league. Definitely not in 2002 or 2003. Maybe in 99. No.
When did Jordan become the face of the league?
88.
88. You think? No, it was still Magic and Bird, right?
1981.
Michael Jordan became he became the face of the league.
When he hit the shot in college?
No.
Maybe 1990.
No. When Magic had announced his retirement due to his illness, that was when the league was like, okay, this is all we have left, because Bird was struggling, even though he still had a good year. That's what I'm saying. But Jordan, that's when Jordan completely became the face of the league. I would say 1991.
I believe it was like 89, 90, because
I
remember Isaiah Thomas was talking how they were the champs and they were cut from his game just to watch Jordan coming into the arena. So I think that's when it all started, like 1989, when they made Jordan the face of the league.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, from 1989 to 1999, Jordan was the face of the league. Because by
1998, yeah. So it's
it was Shaq and Tim Duncan were the face of the league at the time.
Shaq, Kobe, Tim. Yep.
Kobe Bryant, Tim, Kevin Garnett.
Iverson, he was the face.
Iverson.
Yeah, Iverson, Vince Carter. So
Iverson, the reason why y'all had to wear suits was y'all wasn't playing in the game.
Practice? Talking about practice.
Practice?
In season tournament. You mean in season? What is an in season tournament?
That's only practice.
Yeah, man.
He was right. Y'all, they was bitching about him missing practices. Now they giving him rights to miss a whole NBA game now. I know.
No, I mean, but let's be real. The face of the league is still LeBron James, because obviously Joker doesn't want it, right? Giannis is just too nice. I think people, respect Giannis.
You know why LeBron's the face of the league still? Because none of these players think basketball the way he does.
Oh, you know what?
He's the last of the true basketball player. Everybody else, they treating basketball like their second hobby.
Wait, you know what? I forgot this, Brandon. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I've been celebrating.
Is LeBron the last American great athlete in basketball?
Nah, Stephen Curry. Right now, yeah, Stephen Curry, because he came after LeBron.
That's just the last.
Wait a minute. Will LeBron outlast Stephen Curry's career?
That's a high probability.
Ooh, okay. Wait, listen, the sweet sounds in my ear of appreciating greatness had me clogged in the champagne and the fogginess of the goggles. Wait a minute. This is the greatest question we're going to ask in GOAT James Kingdom ever as far as this in-season tournament. If there was an in-season tournament when Michael Jordan was playing and Kobe Bryant was playing, would they take it serious enough to want to win it? And would they celebrate it as the way it was celebrated last night? Let's start with you first, Brandon. Do you think that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan would honor and celebrate this and work hard to win this?
I think both of them didn't want to lose, so they would have played their asses off to win, both of them. And celebrated as much as it was yesterday. I don't know. They kind of celebrated like it was a title. To be honest with you, I don't think too many teams will celebrate it as a title. But yeah, the Lakers literally celebrated like they won a title. I know LeBron was talking like it wasn't, but his emotion after the fact was different than what he said.
Wait, I'm not
like they literally celebrate like the title.
I'm not a champion today. What happened? I'm not a champion today.
They all are champions today. They really celebrate like they was champions. I don't care what anybody say. They celebrated like they won the NBA title yesterday in December.
John, so what do you think? If this was around during Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant's era, would they work hard to have won it, and would they have celebrated the way it was celebrated last night?
I just think it depends on what point of the career they at. If you get a early Kobe, I think he pumped for. I think he celebrated, and I think that's the same thing for Jordan. If you get it early in their career, I think they're pumped for it and they celebrated. But if you get it towards the end of their career, they pump for it, but maybe they don't celebrate it as much if they win it. So it just depends on what part of their career they at.
Imagine if Washington and Jordan would have won it and would have won the MVP.
We couldn't celebrate anything else,
we wouldn't hear the end of it. They would still be talking about that 20 years later. We wouldn't hear the end of it. They're still talking about.
I've been like, y'all let a washed up Jordan win an in-season.
Be the best player in the league. Yeah, be the best player in the league in the playoff atmosphere.
Right.
So are you saying LeBron's not washed up in 21 seasons? He's still in his prime? Is that what you're saying?
I ain't saying he's still in his prime, but he ain't washed up.
I mean, the Pacers coach Rick Carlisle said he's still in his prime.
Yeah, he did.
He said LeBron's still in his prime.
Did you
he's still playing like it.
Yeah,
like, okay, the thing is, LeBron is doing things better than anyone has ever done in the history of the game right now. He's the only player to score 35 and 5 in under 23 minutes. And he did that at 38 years old. Breaking records that no one, not age by age or by seasons, no. He did that better than anybody else in the history of the best in NBA history. Like, he's still doing things like that today.
How you do that?
I can't wait to happen till like the NBA, like say, because we don't know what's gonna happen. Like later down the line, we have an in-season tournament champion, and they have like a scuffle with like the NBA champion from last year. Now they got beef because one is the defending NBA champion, and the other one just won the in-season tournament. So I can't wait to that to go back.
There's a target. There's a target on the Lakers' back. There's going to be teams playing harder
in December. We're going to be celebrating in June.
Listen. The Lakers going to have a target on their back because of them winning. This team's going to be coming at them harder. So, what do you think, Craig? Would Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant celebrate this hard, or would they work hard to win it if it was around their era?
I mean, they gonna play hard, whether it's for a championship or it's for to lead the league in scoring. So I believe they would have won it. I mean, Jordan's teams won the average when they was in the 90s, 60 games seasons? They wasn't gonna.
They would have made the tournament. What about you, Travis? What do you think? Do you think Kobe Bryant and Jordan would have worked hard to win an in-season cup and celebrate it and be like I am right now with goggles and all that?
I mean, yeah, I think like John said, depends on the stage of the career. Like early on, maybe sure, but once they both were got to that mountain, I think they still would have played hard because it's kind of the competition. Like that was what drove them ultimately. But I don't think they would have been like, oh, champagne goggles, like treated like a ring that they already had because they knew there was like 3/4 of the season left. But they definitely would have appreciated it and competed just as hard because that's who they were.
I'm sorry. Hello. If you didn't know, the champagne and goggles are courtesy of the NBA because we're champions. How dare you? You're so bougie. Okay. Chad.
Like that. Sorry.
Chad, what do you think? Is Michael Jordan and Kobe saying, I don't care about no in-season cups. You can beat me all you want to. I don't want to take a trip to Vegas. You think Jordan don't want to take a trip to Vegas, Chad?
They both absolutely would have played just like LeBron did at any point in their career. Michael Jordan got mad when Charles Barkley and Karl Malone beat him for MVP. Kobe, after Shaq, and then after his second repeat with no playoffs, he played hard, and he'd want that. You can't call them guys killer mentality and the ultimate competitor in the saying that, well, it depends on what part of their career where they do bullshit. Bullshit.
Well, imagine if Jordan would have won it in '98 without Pippen. Imagine that.
Oh God, the internet would have started in the end right there.
Brandon, they wouldn't have made it because you remember they were struggling to start that season. Remember Jordan was kicking things and going yelling at teammates, being irate. I think he almost punched Kukoc through a cage or something like that. I heard. He was irate. He was irate.
But imagine if he would have won it without Pippen. If Pippen would have won it without Jordan.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what if Pippen would have won it?
Imagine the narratives. Imagine the narrative.
Ooh, hey, Crash.
Imagine the narrative.
Crash, you there? Yeah, Crash is he's in the background.
You're muted, buddy.
He's loving the sweet sound of the music playing, of us appreciating greatness, man. It's great. Listen, first of all, Michael Jordan would have went to the Vegas. He would have made sure his team got to the Vegas. If Michael Jordan could make sure his team could win the NBA Finals, he can make sure his team can win the in-season cup and get to Vegas so that he can gamble for 2 nights or 3 nights straight. Jordan in Vegas would be he would have 2 flu games. He would have 2 flu games a season because he would be in Vegas for 2 games a season.
Facts.
Now
he was there.
Yeah,
Man,
Kobe's a different breed. Kobe's a different breed. I think early in Kobe's year, he would have honored it. He would have respected it because he would have said, hey, I won it because Jordan and them. And there would have been other people who would have won it. I think he would have liked it then. But I think after the Shaq thing, there was a different Kobe. Because Kobe, after the Shaq thing, he had something to prove. You see what I'm saying? He didn't do the Jordan thing. He didn't say, well, hey, I don't have my best guy. I'm just going to retire. He said, nah, I'm going to go win without this guy. You see what I'm saying? So he had, and at that point, and the Lakers never celebrate conference championships. That's the only franchise that does not celebrate conference titles because they've been to so many finals in their careers. In their history, in their legacy.
That was Boston.
They did in the early 80s, though.
You know what? Maybe you're right. I'm not too familiar with that.
That's because they weren't accustomed to winning, though. But after they got to where they were winning, then they stopped. But
that's a Boston thing. Boston didn't care about conference titles.
The link is in the chat line. Michael Jordan fans at best. If that's Dart is there. If not, Brandon will put it up shortly. But I think for Kobe Bryant, if it was after if it would have came after the Shaq debacle, let's just say they started in 2005, I don't think Kobe would have celebrated it. I think Kobe would have wanted it and just won it, and he would have did what he did, like when he won that first conference, where he was like, the job's not done. Like, it's the job's not done, because the ultimate goal for Kobe was to get past Shaq. He wanted 4 championships at least, if not 5. He didn't care about that. That was his goal. So, as John stated, it would have depended on Kobe's career, but it wouldn't have mattered any time in Jordan's career. And matter of fact, the earlier the better for Jordan. Jordan would have been trying to get to Vegas at 23 years old to gamble another $5,000 in 3 hours instantaneously. Michael Jordan would have been loving to be in the in-season tournament. Michael Jordan would have loved it. It would have been great. So $100
was spent before he got it.
You can knock Crash off, man. Crash is working. He's not available for GOAT James. We here celebrating. We're gonna let some other folks up. The link is available for you guys. Again, y'all pay attention. Listen closely. I know I'm hitting the mic, but you hear that? That's the sweet sound of appreciating greatness. Today is a great day. The NBA has a new champion.
I think there will be teams that will put banners up for the in-season tournament. There will be teams who do it. I don't think the Lakers will do it. But there will be teams who put up banners for the in-season tournament champion.
Maybe so. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how the Lakers will celebrate it. I don't think they'll do anything. Maybe they do a banner. Maybe
They
they
gotta
put
put something up because they're the first team ever. If no other team do it, then they have to because they're the first ones to ever do it.
I mean, they put it up. They put up division title banners. I don't know what the
Is
Lakers.
Craig showing love, man?
It's the Lakers, so
Listen,
that's the
I am
difference.
not a
It's a
hater.
different
Like, why
franchise.
y'all keep thinking that? Like, I speak basketball. Y'all just think because I have a different opinion that I hate every player that's not named Michael Jordan. That's not the case.
You are though the Michael Jordan delegate leader here, so we appreciate you, Craig. Thank you so much. You are always standing 10 toes down. But we have Michael Jordan's fans are the best page here. Dart. This guy represents Michael Jordan fans to the best. He takes one for the team. He took two for the team, actually, back-to-back weeks. So I heard Brandon showed up on your show today. First off, how you doing, sir? I'm a little, drunk champagne, and we were celebrating. It's been a wonderful 24 hours. Oh, it's been so illustrious. Hopefully you got enough Kleenex in your house to wipe any of those tears of your fans out there crying and complaining about the greatness of GOAT LeBron James. But either way, welcome to the show, Dart. How you doing? How did the show go? Explain it. How did everything go today?
Hello, everyone. Michael Jordan fans are the best, and I thought today's show went well. We had Crash come on, we had Brandon come on, had a nice discourse. I see Brandon's got his kid with him. That's nice. I want to congratulate LeBron James for winning the first in-game season tournament. I do like the aspect that there is something to make the players play harder because it's been really lazy. I frankly don't watch regular season games anymore. I've tried it being a Sixers fan particularly, and I just stopped doing it years ago. It just gets boring. So I'm glad that they tried to go and do something to fix that problem. But yeah, and LeBron played really well. So congratulations, LeBron James. But yeah, I thought the show went well. It was fun. We got some Michael Jordan haters on the show. That was fun. Not saying Brandon is, but in the chat particularly, there was a lot of trolling going on. That's always fun to see.
There was a lot of trolling going on.
Yes. We take one for the team. So what is considered LeBron sexuals, you'll find them all around GOAT James Kingdom. They roam all over. You never know when they might pop up when we get close to GOAT James Kingdom. So shout out to all the GOAT James Kingdom fans that went and supported Michael Jordan's fans are the best page, man. Because again, this is all fun. This, what I'm saying, this is not really competition, it's cooperation. We are supposed to be basketball fans. We're supposed to enjoy the game. That's what we always talk about here. So as you stated, it was a great thing. I can't wait to see the show. I can't wait to see what happens. I probably know what already happens because Brandon, you thought I was something, but Brandon is somebody himself. He does his thing. Shout out to Brandon. So real quick, in the sense of the GOAT conversation, because you talk the GOAT conversation a lot at the Michael Jordan fan page, how do you fit this in with the GOAT conversation as far as accolades and achievements goes, as far as the word greatness? Because I know you say greatness is a part of it. Does this equate anything in the word of greatness, defining greatness?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it adds on to his career and his legacy that he did this. If I had to just off the top of my head kind of equate it to another award, I would say it's probably closer to an All-Star Game MVP or something like that he got versus it being a season-wide MVP because it is a tournament. If I'm not mistaken, because I didn't watch it, I'm not even going to pretend like I did. But was it the whole tournament single game elimination or
no?
There were series.
No. The way it worked is it was set up like soccer. They put the teams in groups. So there was A, B, and C group in the East and the Western Conference. So there's 6 different groups. Then they played 4 games apiece because there was 5 teams in each conference. Right, 6 times 5.
Think of the Olympics, of the Olympic play.
Similar, yeah, it's probably as similar as that. So whoever wins the group, right, automatically makes it to the 1 game elimination, right? But they also add 2 wild card teams, and the 2 wild card teams are obviously the next best record teams that didn't win their actual group, but they also made a tiebreaker by point differential. So the amount of point differential that you had helped you win your wild card spot. So then you have those 8 teams. Those 8 teams will play against each other in a one winner goes on. And then the final 4 go to Vegas to play the final 2 games. And that is and then obviously the only game that doesn't count for the regular season is the championship game. But all of the games other than that counts towards your regular season, including the stats.
Okay. Yeah, I got a fantasy basketball league, and I was kind of confused looking at my fantasy basketball league schedule. Like, why nobody's playing like 4 days in a row practically? So, but yeah, no, I think it's great. The NBA had to do something different because in general, a lot of people are disinterested with the regular season. Like I said earlier, I am. I do watch highlights and stuff, but I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen that Boban commercial, but I'm just sick of seeing guys play ISO and then just not really kind of look like they're just going through the motions. Playoff basketball, obviously, or I think, is more intense in general. So I'm glad that the NBA has tried to do something to fix that, bring more competition and more excitement into the regular season. Last I heard, the ratings aren't doing very well. So, which, I mean, what does that mean? All these guys still get billions of dollars, or the NBA still gets billions of dollars, but I guess where they project it to be is not doing well. But I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad they did something to try and spice it up and I mean, I still didn't care about the in-game season tournament, but I'm glad that a lot of people went and enjoyed it. And you know what? Congratulations to the Lakers and LeBron. He is a great player. I just don't think he's a GOAT. That's it. I think he's an amazing player. He's been the guy to watch for the last 10, 15 years, particularly, let alone before then. He was still exciting, but he's had a great run. So that's cool that he won. Congratulations.
I have a question. You said you equate the tournament the tournament MVP to the All-Star game. Why is that?
Oh, I think I said that before. The tournament layout was put out there, but to the point is that it's a win. Maybe something like a division championship. If I had to think about it, probably more like somebody winning a division, because it's not the finals. It's not the actual championship. So that's really just off the top of my head, some sort of award that can be counted, but I don't think it equates to the actual season championship, the real tournament.
Okay. You know what? To let you know, I kind of would agree with you, right? Because I've had discussions about grading accolades and the different accolades. I do believe a seasonal accolade is more important than an all-star game, right? I always tell people an all-star game is an exhibition game played in the middle of the season that counts really for nothing. This is a little bit different, though. I would say this rates higher than an all-star game. Now, the difference between the thing is this is the problem that I have, because I'm sure you heard this a lot, is that this is something new, so it should count in the GOAT conversation because other players could win it before. But in reality, the oldest honor is the All-NBA and the All-Star selection, right? And really, the All-Star team was really the best selection I had. You made the All-Star team, that was really the top-notch thing. The All-NBA was more like All-Pro. You know what I mean? It wasn't like making the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? So the All-Star, that's the thing with me with the All-Star that hangs me. It is the oldest award. It's been around since the inception of the league. Every player that we want to talk about, basically, that's a legend. We talked about Mikan. Mikan has All-Star selections, but he doesn't have an MVP. You see what I'm saying? And he would have that, like Rex said, if it was available, but it wasn't available. So we just don't know. So I wouldn't call it an All-Star game award or honor to that level. It's probably just a little bit better, especially on All-Star MVP. To me, All-Star MVP is like Rookie of the Year. It's really not, but it is better. It's not like the All-NBA. It's not like the All-Defensive Selection. It's definitely not an NBA title as far as winning a ring in an NBA championship. But it is an in-season accomplishment that's going to be recognized for a while, and it has value now because the GOAT won it. So it represents something now. So it does hold weight.
Now, if next year somebody like Tyler Hero becomes NC Final MVP, then we're gonna have to read.
NASCAR does something similar.
Go ahead, Chad. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chad.
NASCAR does something similar. They about 10 or 12 years ago, they added a playoffs to it, because before then you raced the whole entire season, and who had the most points at the end of the year was your champion. Well, then they added a playoff format. But what they still do is they have a regular season champion, and the regular season champion gets 15 bonus points to go into the playoffs. Very rarely does the regular season champion win the championship, though.
Yeah, because now there's the playoffs. You got to win the playoffs. So that's kind of
right.
So they basically,
but that additional 15 points does get you past like the first and second round, though.
So they basically added a postseason. Basically, that's what they did. They just added a postseason. They determined. Go ahead, Dart. You was going to say something.
Oh yeah, no, I would, because it is a tournament style. Yeah, I would say it's, whatever arbitrary, difference it is. I would say because it was a full blown tournament they went through that. Yeah, I would weigh it a little bit more, but it's still it pales in comparison to the actual season tournament because that's what matters. That's what people. I'm not saying people won't remember this, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's not the same.
No. Again, no one is equating this as a playoff or anything of that sort. We're just stating it is a great accomplishment. I'm sure as soon as you turned your mic on and you heard the music playing in the background, you heard that sweet sound of us appreciating greatness. And that's all we're doing. It is a great accomplishment. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it's going to be something that we're all going to look back at. Just as an example, the conference finals MVP, right? That's something new that happened 2 years ago. So far, Stephen Curry's won one, Joker's won one, Jason Tatum's won one, and Jimmy Butler's won one. Now that has value because these guys have that on their resume. You feel me? And it counts for something. How we value it, it depends on your subjectivity. But here in Go James Kingdom, we figure it out, but we still acknowledge it. It's a great thing. Go ahead, Craig. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just gonna say that for me, the reason why the conference finals no one talks about is because LeBron haven't won it. That's what I'm saying. The best player in the league has to win it for it to be important. That's why I said the best team to win it would be for the Lakers because now LeBron's the first MVP, the Lakers the first in-season tournament, so that holds weight than it being the Knicks and what's his name, Jalen Brunson being the first ever. That's what I'm saying. It's the
why you going at Ralph's team like that, man? Why you going at Ralph's team like that? Ralph's not even here to defend his Knicks. So
I'm just saying
friendly fire.
Yeah, go ahead, John. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's let King John go for a sec. Go ahead, King John.
One thing the NBA did was because a lot of times they said the regular season didn't start until Christmas because they didn't want to run the NFL during that season. What the in-season tournament did was bring eyes to the NBA during the NFL season, and people are watching the NBA before Christmas. So I believe it did bring more eyes to the NBA before the Christmas game because that's a lot of times people would say the NBA season didn't start until the Christmas game. That's when you've seen everybody pushing towards the playoff. So I think it was a huge success because it brought, players really played. It brought eyes to the NBA, and everybody is paying attention before Christmas.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Dart.
Oh yeah, no. What Craig is saying, and I'm not saying that it's not great for LeBron, and I'm not saying people won't put value on it later on, but it's not really a big thing to me. The conference finals MVPs, this one right now, I don't really care about either. But to your point, whoever decides to put value on something, it is subjective. If you go and people start talking about it, or the in-game season gets popular over the years, or the in-game, in-season tournament, that one I think that has a better chance of getting a lot more tread than the conference finals or conference MVPs because. I don't know, man. Like, why have that? You're just making more awards when there's only one that really matters. So, but I can see the in-game or the in-season tournament getting more traction if it becomes more popular. But yeah, the conference ones, I don't give a crap about that. To be candid, like I know it came out.
I think everybody likes it except for casual Jordan fans, aka LeBron haters. Because that seems to be the only ones that's talking negative about it.
But the conference
just my
award,
opinion, though.
No.
I said I don't care about it.
Anything.
You say you don't care about both of them.
Anything that doesn't make Jordan seem like he's the GOAT. Because I can tell you this: the Defensive Player of the Year award is an award that is only valued for Michael Jordan. Because I can almost guarantee you probably only have Jordan in your top 10 that has it. So, again, the greatness of a player's measurements to be the greatness of what has existed. So as of right now, the greatness of the conference final is not that great because it's only been won 4 times. So, you know what I'm saying? How do you compare it? It's not going to be that much great. You ain't going to be that much greater if you have that. But I do think the idea of grading MVPs now, because now there's going to be the season MVP, there's the finals MVP, there's the conference MVP, there's the all-star MVP, and now there's the in-season tournament MVP. So now we have 5 MVPs within the NBA season. So that's going to be a very interesting thing. Well, wait a minute. Is Defensive Player of the Year considered an MVP?
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, essentially, MVP should be the offensive player of the year, the way they treat it, or you know what I mean. It doesn't really make any sense.
That's why that's assumed, because you got a defensive player of the year, meaning the best defender. Then the MVP would mean to be the best offense, because I've never seen the best defender win MVP.
That's why they said.
Yeah,
well, I mean, you know, a couple people won MVP and defensive player of the year, but it just doesn't happen that much. If it did, it would just be the MVP, or you know what I'm saying? Like if you're the MVP, if you don't, why separate defense? It's all encompassing part of the game.
I believe only one player ever was the best defensive player and the best offensive player in the NBA at the same time. I only think it was one, and I actually think that was a dream. At the year he won it, I think the Dream was the best offensive player and the best defensive player. Jordan wasn't the best defensive player in '88. Actually, Akeem was. So even when Giannis won it, he definitely wasn't the best defensive player. I think what he did best on defense is his weak side defense was the best in the NBA at the time, but his man-to-man defense wasn't the best.
Well, the only player in NBA history to win the MVP due to his defense solely was obviously none other than the late great Bill Russell. So, you know, again, all these awards we know. Like I tell people, no matter how you want to try to bring what I call quote unquote context to it, it really doesn't matter. They're all great accomplishments. They're all great accomplishments. Leave them as they are. Stop trying to nitpick which one's better than the other or not. We all know that the most accomplishment, the greatest accomplishment is being the NBA champion, which is winning the NBA finals at the end of the NBA season. As an individual player, your most greatest accomplishment is being an MVP. And then from there, it just depends on subjectivity, whatever you're in, what position you play. A lot of factors can go into whether you win all these different awards. But at the end of the day, these are all great things. And I appreciate the NBA doing their job, because it's true. I think they wanted to compete with the NFL, because I believe the NFL has lost fans recently. I believe their viewership has gone down to start the 2020s, but it's starting to come back up now. And I believe the NBA is trying to capture that moment. And the NBA is actually at its highest as far as its popularity goes. Again, the viewership is different. What we're going to get from what ABC got last night is going to be completely different, which is going to be high because it was on a regular national televised thing. It's not cable. But it's different because, again, the NBA is now global. So you're watching games, like I say, streaming games. There's people who watch that game on their phones, on their laptops, you know what I'm saying, on their tablets. All those are considered viewership. So there's clearly over 2 billion people watching. I mean, I'm not going to say 2 billion people, but I would say at least 1 billion people watched that game last night worldwide. And that's how popular LeBron James is. He is the face of the league, oddly, at 21 years in the league. And that's why he's a testament to his greatness, man. So I think, you know, we all understand, we appreciate greatness. That's what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom.
You really think 1 billion people sat down and watched the basketball game yesterday?
Yeah, because Asia alone would get you a half a billion.
That's
a lot of being up in the middle of the night. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. The game time for them was about 8:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning for the people who live in Asia.
If you'd have said like a good $500 million.
Now let me ask you this, Dart. What countries are popular with you as a Jordan fan that you notice that you realize there's a lot of people from a certain country that are Michael Jordan fans outside the U.S.?
The Philippines is probably the biggest one that I've seen
for
the Asian ones. Yeah.
We got the Philippines as well. No wonder why there's a big beef.
Philippines and Australia.
Yeah, we get the Philippines a lot.
Yeah, I think the Philippines is probably the biggest one that comes to my channel. I mean, it's obviously the whole world, but for Asian countries specifically, it's the Philippines. But I mean, I get them from all over the place. But yeah, Philippines is the second biggest one.
Yeah,
I see a lot of Australians.
Yeah.
On my Facebook page, the most
to respond,
is the highest.
say that again, John.
On my Facebook page,
Mhm.
outside of the United States, as far as viewership to my Facebook page, Philippines is the highest.
Wow. To respond to Liddy in there asking me to make proof, like I said before, and I mentioned this on the debate we had on last week's show. You guys make sure to check out the debate that we had obviously this morning on Michael Jordan's Fans Are the Best page, and also last week from last Sunday. They go live every Sunday, 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, to talk about Michael Jordan and mid-range shooting. To answer your question, like I said before, there was over 250 million viewers that watched LeBron James break Kareem's record last year. That was 250 million people just watching that. That was a regular season game. The NBA promoted this right here way larger. ABC spent a lot of money. They even collaborated with TNT. That's how much they were trying to make money with this.
And that brings my original point. The right team to make money won the tournament. Not saying it's rigged, but
yeah,
if you wanted to make money by having one team win, it would have been the Lakers. You would have made the most money.
I kind of agree with the Johnny. I think that if Golden State would have won it, would have been it, especially with the
because
Steph
again,
Curry.
Listen, if they really wanted to bring the viewership and rig it, they just make LeBron James lose. That would make everybody else happy, right? MJ fans.
No, you don't.
That make everybody happy, so nobody watch it though.
Right? MJ fans are the majority, correct? Of basketball fans, correct, Dart?
Well, there are more MJ fans than LeBron fans in total. Yeah.
So they dominate the basketball. So it would have pleased you and your fans, correct? If the LeBron would have lost, why they let him win it?
What are you talking? Stop saying that.
It would have brought Dart in. Dart would have been like, oh yeah, this is perfect. This is why this exists, because Michael Jordan would have never lost the in-season championship game. And that's what they've been talking about this morning. Instead, they got Brandon to get this guy's blood pressure up. Brandon, you shouldn't have did that. Brandon, you shouldn't have got that guy's blood pressure up.
And I do see them talking about defense in the comments. I don't know where this narrative comes with LeBron don't play defense at.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Like what?
Break it down, Brandon. Break it to tell him.
What are y'all using to say LeBron don't play defense? Is it all defensive teams? Is that the only barometer where we measure defense?
It's the one or two times that he doesn't do something in one or two possessions in a game. Let's forget about that 99%.
Chad, let's let the Jordan fans respond, because they're the ones who say it. We don't. Let's let them respond. Let's start with you, Dark. Can you answer that, please?
Well, I wanted to ask Brandon because because Brandon, you were saying I'm not trying to misquote you, but you're saying you don't remember when Kyle Kuzma pushed LeBron to go play defense, or did you say? Or were you just asking what year?
Yeah, I was just asking him. What like year it was. It was, and no one knew.
It was when Kuzma was on the Lakers before they made the trade for AD.
So when did you guys find it? When did you guys
year what? 17 or 16?
Yeah, I guess I don't remember what year it was. It was either I guess whenever before the trade.
So that means what, LeBron doesn't play defense? Is that what that means?
No, I asked the question about something he said that
he asked it. Yeah. I just want to know what year, because I want to see what Jordan did in that year, in year 16 or 17.
What does that have to do with LeBron, getting pushed by Kuzma?
Because they're saying that LeBron didn't play defense in year 16. Who was playing defense in year 16? If we're saying Michael Jordan didn't play defense in year 14, are we just going to eliminate his whole career? Is that what we're doing? We're saying Michael Jordan was all defensive in year 14. We're just going to remove his whole career?
You're saying that. I'm not saying that. Everyone plays defense in the NBA.
That's what they're saying. Like, LeBron hasn't had an all defensive team in 10 years. He doesn't play defense. All this other stuff. Like, when does he not play defense? Oh, he got pushed in his back in year 16. So for 1 year, one play, he doesn't play defense, is what I'm saying. Like, what are we using to say someone's not a good defender? Are we not going to use stats? Do stats not exist anymore? We can't measure greatness with defensive stats anymore.
What's that, Brandon? What's stats? I don't know what that is.
Well, I could pull up some stats if you want to see it, because I did compare LeBron James to what most people think is the greatest defensive player in the 90s, Dennis Rodman.
Oh,
And
God.
this is just total stats for their careers. In the regular season, LeBron is clearly superior. He has more defensive rebounds than Rodman, more steals, more blocks in the regular season. Postseason the same. And then we combine the postseason stats with Jordan and Rodman, which they played over 40 more games. LeBron still has more defensive rebounds than both of them. They have 11 more steals in 42 more games, and LeBron has more blocks than those guys. So what are we measured defense by? I know you're talking about it's just totals, and it's not averages. So let's just go to averages. We already know LeBron totals are superior than Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman has more defensive rebounds in the regular season, but LeBron has more steals per game, more blocks per game. His defensive box plus or minus is better. Defensive win shares is better. Even in the postseason, LeBron averaged more defensive rebounds than Dennis Rodman. Steals, blocks, defensive box plus or minus, defensive win share. So if we're not going to use stats to show how great LeBron James is to one of the greatest defenders of all time, which most people believe him and Hakeem is like the greatest defenders in the most probably in the history of the game, because they don't include Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain because they don't have those stats. But as we see, LeBron James defensively to Michael Jordan and Pippen is LeBron James. We look at what they have done. LeBron James is number 8 all time in steals and number 10 in defensive rebounds and steals in the regular season. The only person who have done this is Hakeem Olajuwon. Only player. Dennis Rodman, Hakeem, which y'all think is the two greatest. And in the postseason, LeBron is number 1 in steals and defensive rebounds. LeBron James is defensively great. I don't understand this narrative that LeBron James is not a great defender. Maybe if you're talking about a year 20, he's not as great as he is. But we saw when he was in year 17, when Denver had Jamal Murray scoring 50 points at will, who was guarding Jamal Murray in those 4 quarters? It was LeBron James guarding Jamal Murray. And we saw what Jamal Murray did last season in the playoffs where he was unguardable. And LeBron James in year 20 couldn't guard him. That's how good LeBron James has been defensively for his whole career. We saw what he did to Derrick Rose. We saw what he did in multiple playoff series, and he's switching on all type of players. We saw him when Chris Bosh was out guarding Kevin Garnett. We just seen LeBron James do things defensively who has done things defensively like LeBron James? What player has Michael Jordan shut down? We all know Scottie Pippen was great defensively. We all know Dennis Rodman was great defensively. We all know Hakeem Olajuwon was great defensively. But what other defensive player can we put in the same narrative as those guys? And it's LeBron James.
I didn't say any of that. You attacked this imaginary Michael Jordan fan boogeyman.
Your guy, Sports Fitness. That was your guy, Sports Fitness. Wait. He actually left the show because he was so upset that I said LeBron James is great defensively.
Wait a minute. Is Dart not taking one for the team today because he witnessed how GOAT James Kingdom exposes Michael Jordan fans' lies that he's been hearing on his page forever?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying Dart said it. Like he definitely didn't say it. He didn't say anything. He didn't make a comment.
I know he's not saying it.
Yeah, he didn't make a comment about it.
Listen, I know he heard it, and I know what he heard just now. And what he heard just now was that sweet music of appreciating greatness, not the idea that I push my defender because they don't even know what the defensive scheme is. They don't have no idea. They can't talk basketball. Wow, what a great job by the sports analyst. This is great. Let me get back to drinking champagne. I'm sorry.
So Dart, would you say that LeBron James, like the other two on your page, is not a great defender? Would you say that, or would you say he's one of the best?
Oh, definitely at his peak, he was one of the best. But
okay,
like people say, over the last 10 years or so, it has taken a significant step down as it was before. He's in the NBA. He's one of the greatest players of all time. He can obviously play defense. It's an overstatement to say that, but no, he's not as good as he was when he was on the Miami Heat or the early years of the Cleveland teams.
You should have saw him on Zion Williamson just a couple of nights ago.
So what would you say that his interior defense is also taking a big hit?
Not just in general, his defense is not in general, but specifically the perimeter defense.
Perimeter defense it took a hit, but his interior defense, do you think took a hit as well, or just a small drop off or a big hit?
No, just in general, he's dropped off. He's gotten older. He's 38 now. So when he was 28 to 30, he was better. I mean, plainly, he's obviously a world-class defender. He's in the NBA. He's still one of the greatest players in the NBA right now. So yeah, he can play defense. He just isn't as good as he was back then.
Okay.
Can I ask you this?
Hey, y'all be just making stuff up. Like, I be like, no.
Make stuff up.
You guys just attacked the Michael Jordan boogeyman for 5 minutes.
No, we didn't.
That's what the fans say. Like, that's what you guys say. We're
not
making this.
Let me ask you a question. You put a poll up in your group. You asked who's the better defender, Michael Jordan or LeBron. What was the results?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that LeBron don't play defense. They just...
I don't take one for the team. You want to take one for the team because them shots are coming. The shots are coming.
Dude, I heard the dude say that LeBron does not play defense.
Yes. What was the result?
Quote.
What was the result?
Does not play defense.
Out of around 1,600 or so responses, 97% said Michael Jordan was a better defender. And I think there is an argument. Now, it depends on how you look at it from a lens. So if you go and you say in total, LeBron is bigger than him, he could play arguably better interior defenses against bigger guys. So if you want to take the total package and look at it at that lens, then sure, you could say he's better, but you could also say Michael Jordan is better, with the perimeter defense, amongst other things, and just being in his position with the blocks. I'm sure you've heard that argument for his position, the steals, defensive player of the year, all that sort of stuff. There is an argument, or it wouldn't be had. So
yeah, Michael Jordan is an outstanding defender. We would never take that away. Again, we don't take nothing away from Michael Jordan. But I would ask Michael Jordan fans, and maybe you might help us understand this, as you deal with them a lot. Well, how on a night-to-night basis did Michael Jordan had to guard the type of players LeBron had to guard during his era? No, Jordan didn't have the Carmelo Anthonys, the KDs, didn't have the Paul Pierces, seeing the Kobe Bryants. These are who LeBron had to guard. And then, mind you, LeBron had nobody to help him play perimeter defender for him. His best perimeter defender throughout his whole career was Shane Battier and maybe Iman Shumpert.
You can't. Okay. So, I mean, I don't like playing time machine basketball. We don't know how LeBron would have done against these guys. We don't know how Michael would have done against today's NBA guys. Fair. You can say that all you want, but we'll never know because they never did it. You can only measure against the guys that they played in the time and how well they did over the time that they played.
Great answer. Fair. No argument there.
And also on the show, I'm sorry, Dart, but he was saying that Tony Parker had a historic finals against LeBron. He couldn't stop Jason Terry, who averaged 17 points a game. He had another historic finals, and then they said Kevin Durant. He couldn't stop Kevin Durant like someone has stopped Kevin Durant in his career. But like those narratives, that was on your show, and that's what I was talking about. From like, he got so upset that he left because I would not agree that Jason Terry averaging 18 points a game is historical, or Tony Parker averaging 20 points a game is historical against LeBron James.
First of all,
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's just talking about that, if I'm not mistaken, for particularly the Tony Parker one, that he lost in those finals. So I'm pretty sure he's just associating the actual team success and the matchups together about how they did well and then they lost. I'm not speaking for him, but that's what I got out of it. If there was some sort of confusion behind it.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question there, Dart. You said you had a top 4 Mount Rushmore. Can you tell us what your Mount Rushmore is, please?
Yes. Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, George Mikan, Magic Johnson.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you aware Magic Johnson got swept twice in the finals?
Yeah, he's lost finals. He lost.
No. He got swept twice in the finals. You are aware of that?
Yeah.
Okay, because you know why they bring up the Spurs, because LeBron got swept in the finals. Your
Are you
fan base
talking to me, or are you talking
No,
to,
no.
or am I the face of Michael Jordan fandom?
Yeah,
Am
of
I
course
just?
you are.
I am just.
You're not. You're not the face. You're not.
No. I'm asking if you're talking to Michael Jordan fandom, or are you talking to me? Because you asked me what my Mount Rushmore was.
I know that.
What
but
my Mount Rushmore was.
No, but I'm just saying. But they don't attack you, right, for having Magic Johnson on your top 4 list, right? Although Magic Johnson had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and lost 2 finals while being swept in historic fashion. It's not even. I mean, this is historic. Like the Detroit winning that championship was historic. The 83 Sixers winning that championship was historic. The 2007 Spurs was nothing historic. Nothing. If that was the words being used as Brandon is describing, that's why I'm saying that. So this is what we deal with when we're dealing with Michael Jordan fans. They say we nitpick. They say we are the ones who see with the small lens. But even with my goggles today, I see clearer than most Michael Jordan fans. So they just don't want to accept greatness. Greatness is the problem, because when you talk about greatness, Michael Jordan truly doesn't measure up to a lot of players. So it's a touchy subject for them, because as you can see, like Brandon said, the guy had to leave. Shout out to sports and fitness rants. He's a perfect delegate for Michael Jordan fans. They love him. I'm getting all kind of hate mail because of that guy. They're telling me leave him alone. He choked, but he cooked me and all this other stuff, which is hilarious. I have fun. This is what I do for a living. Like I tell people, I get paid $1 a day off of what Michael Jordan fans say. So,
Yeah. But I do have some more questions for Dark, because he comes on. He's one of the new Jordan fans that I like to talk to Jordan fans, just to ask them questions, just to see where they're at, because when we don't talk to Jordan fans, it's clearly Michael Jordan, but once we start talking to them, we start asking them questions. Hopefully it changed some of their opinions on LeBron James. That I just wanted to know, how would you rate LeBron James' career compared to someone like Magic Johnson?
He's had a great career. He's one of the greatest players of all time. If you want to say, so directly with Magic Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's played almost twice as long as Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the same amount of finals or ish. Then Magic won 1 more finals. LeBron's won 1 more MVP. The finals MVP, it's LeBron. And I mean, for me, why it's just the consistent. So I'll explain my list in respect to just to give more context. So my Mount Rushmore, and with Michael Jordan, like I said before when you came on the show the other day, his icon, his impact, and just the nostalgia, everything behind him makes him great. People wouldn't be talking about him 20 years later since he retired, comparing him to a guy like LeBron James, who was doing so well, if he wasn't that amazing. He was, he's been listed as the greatest athlete of the 20th century.
Hold on for 1 second. For 1 second with that. In 2010, were they having GOAT conversations in 2010?
Are you asking about Magic Johnson and LeBron? Or are you asking about
just Jordan? Just Jordan. Like, were they having a GOAT conversation in 2010?
I know it started getting some real traction after the third championship.
So basically,
but I'm sure some people were saying it.
Yeah, there wasn't really talking about Jordan at that time. We just acknowledged Michael Jordan was the greatest, and it heated up because of LeBron. We talk about Michael Jordan because of LeBron, not because Michael Jordan was not great or that he's great. The conversation about Michael Jordan is relevant more today because of LeBron James. Even when we all agree Michael Jordan was great in 2010, 2009, it wasn't much Michael Jordan talk. We just said, yeah, Jordan's the GOAT. But now the reason that you're saying, because we're talking about Jordan, is because of LeBron James, not because of what Michael Jordan did. But you could go ahead and keep going.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, but okay.
He's saying that if LeBron wasn't around, we wouldn't be talking about Jordan like we are today, 20 years later, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's definitely heated. It's definitely heated up the conversation.
Not have been end of it, but because LeBron's here now, there is a GOAT debate.
Yeah, no, exactly. He still would have been talked about in basketball circles as the GOAT. He still would have been regarded. But I agree, LeBron, again, I never said LeBron sucks. I've said it about 15 times. LeBron
Yeah,
is
we
an
know.
all-time
Yeah, we
great.
know.
Yeah. And that says, that's a testament to his greatness.
Yeah.
But the rest of my list, to get back to the question, why Magic Johnson, or comparing Magic Johnson to LeBron James, and why I have him over
I'm
LeBron
just
James.
saying their career. Who you think had the better career? That's what I was basically acting. If you had to look at the career, the body of work, who would you put ahead, Magic or LeBron?
I have Magic, and that also goes
Okay.
with the nostalgia, the icon, Showtime. It was the thing, man. I'm not saying LeBron doesn't have the traction, he's obviously got the popularity. You guys got this page. There's all the Michael Jordan haters around. But to the point is that in that shorter time, he did a relatively similar thing to what LeBron did. And LeBron over time, and I made a comment on your channel. If you go and you look at LeBron, he's had the greatest longevity of all time with the consistent stats. But I think there's more than just the accumulation of stats. And I know you guys got the list and you can name out all these accolades and stuff like that. And that's fine. He's great. I'm not denying anything that you're saying in regards to what has happened with what he did. I think there's more than just counting stats over 21 years, though.
So, Dart, sorry, I got you off there.
Oh, no, you keep going. Yeah.
I would say, like you said, we talked. I'm a big Jordan guy too, but the correct answer is LeBron James over Magic Johnson, no question. You can't objectively say. I mean, you say nostalgia, sure. Favorite, sure. Better by no measurement. LeBron clears him in every single metric that makes objectively measures.
Career, and not who was.
Yeah, LeBron clears him in that too. Four MVPs. 4 final MVPs. He was never not the best player in any of his championship teams. He beats him in every advanced metric. He's on par, especially on the defensive side of the ball. LeBron, to answer the also defensive question, LeBron really only fell off during the last 3 years of his career defensively, as shown by his box plus minus, which fell off a cliff, basically. He peaked in 2012 and then 13, and then gradually declined, but that's to be expected. Magic Johnson, top 10 player all time. I have Kobe over him for the same reason that Magic was basically glassed over on defense. But again, he was still a transcendent passer and somebody who can alter a game with his IQ. Again, but LeBron James, again, it's not just longevity, it's consistency. I usually use longevity argument, but longevity without consistency is nothing. You're just riding a pine, you're just collecting a paycheck. LeBron has set a new bar for what it means to be a consistently excellent player. As far as, things like Brandon said, he's doing things that players now in their primes are struggling to do. And it's just, it's incredible. But his career, accolades wise, statistically, in anything you want to measure, again, in my opinion, is second only to Mike. But like I said, I don't think you can put Magic's up there with it. I think Magic's and Bird's, again, are top 10, but I don't think there's an argument to be made that his career is over LeBron by any stretch.
I'm going to address Dart before I head out. Now, I would agree with you on the longevity thing. If every player before LeBron James only played 15 years or less, and he was the first person to play 15 years or more or into 21, then I agree with you. But how many players have played more than 15 seasons that did not do what that man's done and still do?
You guys are attacking, this boogeyman. And the question was asked, in my opinion.
I see you on the screen.
No, the question was asked why I picked it, and I said it. So if you disagree, that's fine.
But I was talking about the part where you was talking about longevity. I ain't talking about your Mount Rushmore. I'm not even talking about Magic Johnson. I'm talking about your longevity part.
Yeah, he's played for 21 years. He's the greatest player over the consistency statistically ever. In regards to having those stats over time and still being so great in year 21, yeah, he's great. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm just a Michael Jordan fan too.
Yeah,
I don't hate LeBron.
I guess I was just looking for an argument to why you have Magic as a greater career over LeBron James, other than
I can't see
he's one of your more favorite
that
players.
Magic Johnson.
Well, I think he played 8 years less, went to one less
Mhm.
final. Now, again, you can say it was the team. We're going down a nuanced argument, and whatever you want to say it can go both ways. You could discredit LeBron for his teammates. You could discredit anybody for their teammates to say, well, it was just a given that he was going to win. That's all hindsight. You don't know who's going to win the championship until somebody wins the championship. Injuries happen, amongst other things. It's a hindsight thing to say that, LeBron or Magic Johnson were just going to make all these finals. Now, I'm not saying there's no merit to it. Those teams were loaded for both players. For the times that they went to the finals. But what I'm getting at is that it's not a given to just say that somebody was going to win the championship because they had a great team. That's just disingenuous if you're going to say that that's the case before the season. If so, why even have a season? They just win.
Okay,
I
but
mean, I put your narrative that like Magic Johnson was on a team with Kareem, Worthy.
Hey, Brandon, I'm out. Somebody else can jump in.
Like he came onto a stacked Lakers team, and LeBron came into the worst team in the NBA dealing with Cleveland. There's really no comparison. Like Magic came onto an established dynasty team, damn near. Like if I could have joined any team, if I was able to get into the NBA, if I could join any team, I would have loved to be on those Lakers team with Kareem and Worthy. You be crazy? Like how are we even comparing them? How are you saying LeBron's Cleveland teams were stacked?
Oh, I'm talking about on the runs, the finals runs.
yeah, the title runs he's talking about.
Yeah, and I never said that he didn't go to a stacked team. I just said that it was a great team.
Compare the teams. If we're comparing rosters, I would still take that Lakers roster.
No, that's an argument. But LeBron had great teams too.
Yeah, he has some really good teams, but
if you could replace Bosh with Kareem, I think LeBron would have took Kareem. I'm just saying.
Oh, this is the conversation when the 80s and 90s players is better than today's players. This is what the conversation we're having right now.
Are we talking about the 1900s?
I just want to make sure because all I'm hearing.
I want to make sure because
is way better.
Because Dart. Let me ask you a question, Dart. Did you see
Bush? Been LeBron teammates. That's when they're not good.
Dart, did you see Bush knock down the towers?
Did I see or say?
Did you see? Were you alive, physically alive? Did you remember that morning of 9/11?
Yeah, I was in high school.
Okay, so you're old enough. Okay, so you're old enough to talk to 1900s. 1900 approved. The 1900s are approved. Go ahead, let's go. Continue.
Well, Johnny's totally dead. But I guess when we're talking about a complete career, I just don't know how Magic Johnson's career can match up to LeBron James. But okay, so I guess you said George Mikan was on your Mount Rushmore as well.
Yeah.
All right. Career-wise, would you say he had a better career than LeBron as well? Not your opinion, just career-wise.
So he was league leader in scoring, won 5 championships or 7 or more if you counted in other leagues. He was the first NBA superstar. Again, I've said this how I do it is about there's also culture and impact. George Mikan was the first NBA superstar, dominated the league. I know a lot of people like to, again, discredit eras. You can say he was in a trash era that was in the infancy stages of the NBA, but realistically, he dominated the league. A lot of people like to go and talk about the field goal percentage. I mean, I'm not going to explain it away, but there is a lot of people just look at that and say he was a bad player. In short, the equipment was different. The basketball was different. The rim size was different. A lot of the floors were different. There's a lot of things that you can account for. I'm not going to say that matters or not because he also led the league in field goal percentage as well. So he absolutely dominated the league. Now, again, I am not saying LeBron has had a bad career.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying like who's the better player. I just want to if you look aspects, who would you say had a better career? That's all. Not saying who's a better player or anything, just their body of work. And you're saying George Mikan had a better career than LeBron James.
He was a lot like Bill Russell, where every year he played, he absolutely dominated.
Okay. And
Salute to y'all,
I know you
boy.
had Jordan. You had Jordan. Who else?
Bill Russell.
Johnson,
right?
Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, and George Mikan.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
So
If you
so
had-
in your
if you-
mind,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
so in your mind, they all had better careers than LeBron. So it would make sense that you wouldn't have LeBron James on your Mount Rushmore because of how you value who was better. Okay.
Names
Yeah,
that I agree
that's all.
If-
That's all I wanted to
If
say.
you had to have a top
First
five
thing
though,
he
who,
named-
hold on, 2 minutes, hold on, folks. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hold on. Dart, if you had to add a fifth player, top five, who would that fifth player be?
So for me, 5 to 9. Sometimes I feel like they could be up there, but to give credit to your GOAT, LeBron James, I do have him at 5 often. It depends on how I'm feeling. I got Kobe Bryant up there, Tim Duncan.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah,
How are you feeling
today?
today?
How are you feeling today about LeBron? Is he
Give me your
five?
top 10.
He's 5 today? He's number 5 today?
I'll give you number 5 since I'm on your show. He's number 5 today.
Like, people get mad at me. I don't have Kobe top 10.
Hey, look,
That's crazy,
wait.
bro.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
horrible.
We're gonna let SFM speak, and we're also gonna let LeBrandon speak. Give us a second here. Just to let you know, Dart. You see that little shaking head that Travis had. Don't let him confuse you. Kobe Bryant is his real GOAT, but he just don't want to tell you that. But we're gonna leave that alone. He's
Right.
mad at you. He's mad at you to put Kobe Bryant number 5. But today, LeBron's number 5. Okay. Because I asked you this, Travis. Does Kobe have one of these?
He just won the in-game season.
Travis is
so there
mad
you
that I
go.
said he's not even top 10.
In-season
All right,
tournament.
SFM, welcome back to Coach James Kingdom. Go ahead, brother. I see you got something.
Salute.
Go ahead, brother.
And I got to say, Kobe Bryant is my GOAT. He's my GOAT. I got him top 3. But I can't take away the greatness of LeBron James at all. I think it's like we have to be honest, man. Come on, man. George Mikan, Bill Russell, LeBron James. Man, we talking about tears ahead, man. Come on, man. George Mikan don't belong in the same breath as LeBron James, man. Anybody that was dribbling with their head down, man. Come on now, bro. Let's be honest, bro. In a league where it was 8 teams, bro, where LeBron would be averaging 60 points a game, bro. Who would stop LeBron? Like, come on, bro. Like, we not finna sit here and say like, bro, we're not finna do LeBron like that, bro. Come on, bro. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, I understand, bro. We basketball fans, we got our favorites, bro, but we gotta stay stuffed with high IQ, bro. Like George Mikan, Bill Russell, bro. There's no player, but they from the 70s and before the 70s that was greater than LeBron, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. There wasn't, bro. There's nothing. It's nothing close, bro. When we talk about greatness, bro, we got to talk about transcending talents, bro. That's why we have a lot of my top 5. They are transcending talents, which means with any era that you put them in, they are going to be able to dominate just off of pure will,
Okay,
And
I thought there was no disrespect in eras on
Hold on.
Kobe.
Hold on. I got him. Hold on. Give me a second. SFM, who's number 3 on your list? Is Kobe, Mike, and who else?
It's really Mike. It's really Mike. LeBron. Damn. It's Kareem. I got LeBron like 5 or 4, bro.
What? And you over here talking about Mikan? Listen. Hold on. Wait. Let me give you something about it. You said transcended, right? To defend Dart on this topic. Do you know why the NBA has what they call a key, right? Because the NBA paint used to be a key. It used to be a circle and a small little like painted area. They actually widened it because of Mikan. That's how dominant Mikan was in this era. Now, granted, you guys could always find a reason to discredit anybody no matter what. But like we always tell you guys here in GOAT James Kingdom, GOAT is greatest of all time. And guess what? Mikan is a part of the all-time aspect of talking greatness. Now, also to defend Dart, he has an aspect of fandom and superstardom. If you really want to go there, the NBA became popular because of Mikan. They became a pro league because of Mikan. And like I told you guys, they got rid of the zone because they wanted to have Mikan versus somebody else. I don't know who was the great center of the time, but that's how they created rivalries. That's why when Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell came in, the league skyrocketed because no other professional basketball league was playing one-on-one basketball. Everything was zone defense. If you played international, if you played outside of the U.S., you were dealing with moving the ball, college-style basketball. So Mike can change what we know as basketball itself. So to defend Dart, that's what he's talking about when he's in the Mount Rush. And again, it is his Mount Rushmore. It's not like his top five list. His Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
That's not your top 5 list. That's just you look. That's just who you look at it. Okay, I'm gonna just say this. Just me. Like Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain. I know you got some people who got them top 5 and all that. I give greatness to what it is, but like I'm a fair person. I just can't rate those guys and put them in categories of dudes like in the 80s and above, bro. I'm sorry, I can't look at them like that because due to the era that they played in, and when you put the context of the era that they played in, you're talking about 8 teams. You're talking about the playoffs, which was about 2 rounds at the time, where it was only 2-3 games. You're talking about in the era where most of the centers were 6'10". In like I'm not trying to say like I'm just being honest here, bro. We had it was a really lack of black players in the league at that time, bro. Like it was a huge lack of black players in the league at that time, where the league was missing skill. I feel like when the ABA got in place in the NBA, when the ABA came, that the NBA took off from there. Because think about it, when the ABA
helped the NBA, oh my god,
when the ABA came, what rivalry was just taken off the year that the ABA had merged to the NBA? What rivalry was taken off around that time?
You still had Wilt Chamberlain versus Kareem at that time.
Not at 79.
No, you say 79. Wait, hold on, wait. I'm gonna let Brandon address the comment, but I'm gonna SFL.
All right.
First of all, go ahead. No, I just want to address him right quick. Listen, first of all, guess who was the ABA commissioner, the first ABA commissioner? George Mikan, another part of his greatness. So that you're talking about the ABA, George Mikan made the ABA what it was because he was the commissioner of the league. At that time, the rivalry in the NBA between 1968 to 76 to when the ABA existed was basically Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. And after Bill Russell retired in 69, it was Kareem because Kareem came in 70. And then after 76, you had Dr. J enter the league. And then there was really nobody challenging Dr. J but Kareem really, but they were not winning. So it was really weird. So and then we had Magic and Bird, and that's how the league took off again. That was another spike in the league taking off.
Yeah, but that's what I was talking about.
All right. I got you.
Cool. Yeah, all right. So to address this comment, the Heat, they built the team so they could stop other big threes, not just to stop Kobe. Kobe had Ron Artest on his team. He had Bynum and Gasol. He just was not playing by himself. And also with Boston, who had a big three as well, with Rondo and Big Perk. So LeBron was battling all of them by himself, and he needed reinforcement so he could be competitive versus teams with 3+ multiple stars on their squad. It just wasn't Kobe on that squad. It just wasn't Kevin Garnett on that squad. It was multiple players on that squad.
I'm gonna dip out, guys, but it was fun.
All right.
Shut you guys out.
You guys, hold on. I got something to say. We're gonna let Reed Brandon speak right here. Thanks so much. You guys make sure to follow Michael Jordan Fans are the best page on YouTube. They go live every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time to talk Michael Jordan, all the great things Michael Jordan does, like his Defensive Player of the Year and his mid-range shooting. So enjoy, young man. Have a great day. It's always good to have you. And,
have a good one, Dart.
You be great, my friend.
Thanks for coming on.
Everyone, Michael Jordan fans are the best.
Yes. All right. Also, to add to that, if LeBron stays in Cleveland, he also not only has to deal with all those other teams that Brandon just mentioned, but then he has to deal with Dwayne Wade and Bosh in Miami, and he has to deal with Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire in New York. So there would have been all kind of teams in the league. So let's not even talk there. Reed Brandon, thanks for joining our group. Our show. It's the first time having you on. What's good, man? We talking in-season tournament. Obviously, we tailed off a little bit with the Michael Jordan fans, best page guys showing up. But what do you want to discuss? What do you want to talk about? Thanks for joining us. What's good?
Oh no, thank you for having me. I think I subscribed actually. So I see everybody coping with the in-season tournament right now. I see a lot of people that are diminishing it. And the thing is, nobody ever put this thing on a pedestal. Like no Bron fans around here really saying this is a 5th championship, but we can acknowledge that this was going to be a lose-lose for LeBron either way, right? Because if he won it, it was going to be diminished. We knew that. It was going to be the next bubble. But then if he lost it, it was going to count. It was going to – he couldn't even finish that. So, like, he wasn't going to win this anyways.
Wow.
And
he's rolling. You on fire. Keep going.
Oh, no, for sure. But I'm going to keep it short, though. And I'll say this, right? I've never seen in the history of sports, whether we talking football, hockey, baseball, cricket, whatever, I've never seen an athlete be knocked for longevity. I've never seen it. When you think about longevity, that means he competed at a high level consistently for a long time.
He lost.
He went off.
We lost him. We lost him.
But to get to that, the reason that they hate LeBron playing so long because he's first in so many different things, and their favorite player is not. That's really the main thing. If LeBron played 25 years and was 3rd in points and 10th in assists, it wouldn't be a big thing. No one will really care. But since if you look at what LeBron James has did for his career and where he's ranked at, that's where the hate comes at. You see, he's number 1 in points, number 1 in points generated, number 2 in field goal attempts, 4th, 5th in triple doubles, 8th in steals, 7th in 3-point made, 10th in defensive rebounds, 10th in double doubles, even in the top 100 in blocks. Like that's in the regular season. Then we go to the postseason. He's number 1 in points generated, field goal attempts, steals, defensive rebounds, 2nd in assists, triple doubles, 3rd in 3-pointers made, 4th in double doubles, and 10th in blocks. So this longevity thing really happened because of Michael Jordan. And when you look at what LeBron James has did compared to Michael Jordan, that's where the problem comes in. I know they like to say Michael Jordan is top 3 in his position, but LeBron James is, top 10 all time. We don't have to go by positions.
Wow.
I've never understood the pretzels that people twist themselves into to like really just consistently make these losing ass arguments. Like I said this before to Johnny on a Friday night before, bro. At the end of the day, Kareem had his time. Larry and Magic Johnson had their time when they ran the league and was considered having arguments who was the greatest with them. Jordan came in and Jordan had his time. It is LeBron James' time. I could understand if he didn't have a case or if people were trying to force a case. Unfortunately, Travis, you're going to be mad at me when I say this, like they're doing for Kobe, because they are trying to force Kobe into conversations he doesn't belong in. But I'm going to be honest. It's just his time. He's done more than enough to be considered the GOAT. And anybody sitting here arguing against it, they're nitpicking at this point. Because you can't look at the numbers, and I'm sorry for people who hate stats. Guess what basketball is based off of? Stats, numbers. That's how you measure someone's greatness when they play a sport. It's what they've done over by accumulating stats.
Twin man, let me ask you a question. All right, so can you tell me why Robert Horry is not a Hall of Famer?
He doesn't have the stats.
That's why they matter. That's why they matter.
Have the stats. Does he have the clutch moments? Does he have huge moments where he hit gigantic shots to help win championships? Absolutely. Like, where is he ranked all time anywhere?
Hey, twin man.
Go ahead, SFM. And after you go SFM, let's let John go. John, when you start speaking, it doesn't come in. So we're gonna once he's done, we'll let you speak. All right, John. But go ahead, SFM.
The twin man, I just wanted to address the comment, and I think it's crazy how you said it's conversations that Kobe Bryant they're trying to bring up. Listen, man, we had Mark Jackson in 2006, 2007 stay on live TV and right next to Scottie Pippen that Kobe Bryant was going to go down as the greatest basketball player of all time before he even won this. But even though he might, that's how they looked at him. You had Charles Barkley saying that Kobe Bryant was top 5 greatest of all time after the 2010 Western Conference Finals against the Suns. You had Shaquille O'Neal even before his death praising him as a top 3 player, praising him as a top 3 player all time. You had Kevin Durant ranking him as number 2 before he died. You had Larry Bird praising him as a top 5 player all time. So the consistency of the consistency of the players and what these players have said and what they have said before his death, a lot of them have put him as their 3. A lot of them have put them as his 3 or 5, somewhere between there. It's not that it's not that the conversation. It's not that they're just trying to boost it up more. They're just making it aware more of what he is and what he is as a player. Because, like you said, we're talking about.
Let him finish, Twin Man. Let him finish, Twin Man.
Let me finish. We're talking about numbers, right? We're talking about numbers, right? And when I look at Kobe Bryant numbers, I see that him and LeBron are the only 2 people with, I believe, 30,000 points and over 6,000 assists. When I look at the top 10, I see that Kobe Bryant numbers are better than a lot of these dudes in the top 10, especially in the playoffs, because we have some dudes that we consider top 10s that are playoff drops, which Kobe Bryant wasn't. Larry Bird is one of them.
Hold on. Y'all not gonna turn this into a debate between y'all 2. Go ahead, Brandon.
Hold up. Let me ask you a question. Do you have Kobe above LeBron?
Yeah, he said Kobe was his GOAT.
You have Kobe.
But I got LeBron top 5 too.
Who do you have 1, 2, and 3?
I have. Well, I'm just saying right now, Michael, Kareem. Nah, dang, Kareem, man. I'm just Michael, Kareem, Kobe, Magic. Hold on, Magic at 4, and probably no. Tim Duncan at 4. Tim Duncan at 4. LeBron at 5, and Magic probably at
6. Why do you have Kobe Bryant above LeBron James?
Why do I have Michael Jordan? Why do I have Kobe Bryant above LeBron James? Because when I look at Kobe Bryant's career and I look at the consistency of what he was as a player, when I look at the impact, when I go back and I looked at it in 2001 and 2002, 2003, 2008, 2009, and 2010, he ranked number 1 in fourth quarter playoff points scored. When I could see that he had playoff production, when I could see that from 2000 to 2009, nobody was averaging more points.
Who was on his team?
Let me finish Shaq. But what team was Shaq on? But what team? Let me ask you. You asked me a question. Let me ask you.
Twin Man, I'm not. Twin Man, you got to let people speak. This is very important. This is very important. Wait. But we also ask you guys, don't go off on a whole tangent. This is not your show. This is not your soapbox. We're going to give you a chance to speak. So get to the point, SFM, and we're not going to debate Kobe Bryant. We're not doing that.
I don't want to debate Kobe.
Exactly. We're not debating Kobe. We're not doing that because Kobe's not better than LeBron James in any way. We understand you like Kobe. I'm not going to argue that. But go ahead and finish and get to your point so we can let John go, please.
When I just look at him as an overall player, and I believe, you can say that LeBron James did more offense because there's certain things that Kobe Bryant didn't have to do offensive for the team to win. And the thing is, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they played in a triangle offense. You're not going to see no dude averaging 8 and 10 assists in their triangle triangle offenses and 10 assists to win a championship. But they never that's what they never needed to require. But one thing I know in triangle offense, nobody led the triangle offense in assists more than Kobe Bryant. Nobody led the triangle offense just overall as an individual more than Kobe Bryant. I believe that Kobe Bryant is a better offensive player and better defender than LeBron. I believe his impact towards winning because he played in the greatest Western Conference of all time. He had to go against the greatest defensive era the
How
league
when he
has ever
got less
seen
Finals
and beat the
MVP?
most 50 plus wins of our team. Now I'm gonna end this by just saying this. Now you can say whatever about Shaq, right? But at the same time, keep in mind Shaq didn't never play for a bad team in his life. You had a career with Penny Hardaway, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, and Horace Grant. You got swept 3 years in the playoffs with Orlando before Kobe Bryant was even 17 years old when he was just in high school. Then when he got into the league at 17, you already had two All-Stars on your team with Eddie Jones and I forgot somebody else. You got swept 2 years in the playoffs before Kobe Bryant even got to the starter lineup.
Stop. Because
Okay, okay,
all he
that's
started doing was started disrespecting Shaq. Like I told you, we were playing sounds of
Not,
greatness. This is what happens when you have Kobe Bryant
no,
fans
I'm
and
not
Michael Jordan
disrespecting.
fans. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You are disrespecting. We appreciate you appreciating Kobe Bryant's greatness, but you're done for today with that, sir. John, you had something to say, young man. Go ahead and have the floor, please.
Wow, I mean that was a hell of a conversation. One thing I want to let you know, Shaq and Kobe got there at the same time, so that's just a fact.
They
But
wasn't in the NBA at the same time.
they got to the
I
Lakers at the same time. You're saying
Yeah,
Lakers at
Kobe
the
was 17, bro.
they just got
Another reason why he's not as great as LeBron, because LeBron at 17, Danny Ainge said he would have traded everybody in the league for besides Kobe Bryant. And that matter of fact, he said that when LeBron was 15.
Kobe, the only player to come into the NBA at 17. He wasn't even illegally grown.
That's fine. He couldn't get off the bench. He was that good.
He wasn't supposed. If he would have went to the Hornets, he would have got out. He would have started. He wasn't supposed to go to
And
the
he wouldn't
Lakers.
have made the playoffs. He would have shot like 41%, and he would have had like 27 points per
I
game. It would have been there, but
I
it would have
know,
been
like
horrible. It
just
would have
like
been a
LeBron his
debacle.
first 2 years, right? LeBron didn't
No,
make the
no, he
playoffs his
didn't.
first 2 years.
No, he didn't. LeBron's averaged over 25 points per game his first year, made the All NBA second team his second season.
Did he
What are you
make the
talking about?
playoffs?
No, he missed it by one game. He
First
missed it
year
by
average 22 points again, actually.
Yeah, the first 2 years, Kobe was being an all star off the bench,
no,
starting as
no,
an all star off the bench at
yeah,
19.
that's because the
The
fans
only
voted
player
him
to
in.
do that.
His
The only
fans
player to
voted
do
him
that.
that's a
because
fact.
the fans vote for the starter. He shouldn't have been the
Cause
starter. He
cause
wasn't
he
even
was that
starting on the
great as a
team.
player. They
No,
looked at
he
him
was
that great as a player.
no, he wasn't. He wasn't. There
At
was nothing to be
19.
great. There was nothing to be great. How you said he was 19? You said he was 17. That was his rookie season.
When he made the All Star game, his first All Star game was '98. He was 19 coming off the bench. He's the only player in NBA history to ever do that. He's the
Wasn't he in the
youngest
All
player
He
to
Star
got
ever
game for
start
voted
in
him?
the
in. He
NBA
got
game.
voted in. The coaches didn't say he they wanted Kobe, but King John, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
no. When it comes to the conversation in the top three, I don't know how you don't have LeBron in your top three. I mean, by any metric that you want to go by, I mean, after your feelings is a I don't know how you don't have number one, but that's just my bias. But if you want to say uh, outside of number one, I don't know how you don't have him top three. Um, I don't ever bring up Kobe Bryant in these conversations. Me and Travis is going to have that debate about Magic and Kobe. We gotta have that debate
Got it.
whenever you on a Friday, just so you know. But
My
I
thing
don't.
is,
We
why
can have
people
it. We
got
can.
Kobe for having Shaq and Magic had Kareem? So that's my whole thing.
And
And
never
I
won
always say
without
that.
Kareem. He never
And
won without
Magic had
Kareem.
I
two.
always say that
And
too. I always say that too. But
Kobe
again,
went to 3 straight finals and won 2, but Magic never won one without Kareem. But okay,
But he won Finals MVP with Kareem. Kobe didn't do
yeah.
that with Shaq.
Kobe was winning championships. That was his focus. He's not going against his
Just
co-star.
like
They're on the
Magic was
same
winning
team.
championship too.
Okay, let me ask you
Magic
something though.
won more.
I'm gonna let you
Did
go,
you
B
did
Lee.
you did you talk
B Lee,
about
can I
Kobe
ask you
blowing a
something?
3-1 lead and quitting
B
at the
Yeah,
Lee,
same
there you
time?
go. Go ahead. Yeah, go
B
ahead.
Lee, can I ask you something? All right,
Yeah.
we were talking about the awards that we have today, right? And
hmm
one thing that I like award that they have now is called the conference MVP. That is before
hmm
you win the finals. And when I
hmm
look at Kobe Bryant in 2001, and I looked at 22 years old, and you would never see nobody as another co-star putting up these type of numbers on the side of their co-star. When you have somebody in the second round that's averaging you that's gonna him and Shaq average the same amount of points in 2001, which was 28 points. Then in the playoffs, Kobe ran up to 29 points to Shaq 30. Kobe Bryant led the second round against the Kings when they swept them when he averaged 35 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists in the game 4 with 48 points and 16 rebounds, and kicked off game 1 against the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals with 45 points and 10 rebounds. He averaged 33, 7, and 7 on 51% that series to sweep the Spurs. See, and then keep in mind he led the fourth quarter in playoff points in 2001 and led the 2001 playoffs in win shares. That you would never see a co-star put in, it still haven't been a co-star to put up some type of numbers close to the other co-star co-star. That can never be looked upon like, oh, Shaq just did all this.
But how much did Shaq play on
I
it though?
mean,
Like, it's kinda double
because
standard.
he was
What was
playing
the
with Shaq.
question? What was the question?
can't.
Then why didn't
He's
Penny?
just saying how great he was because he was playing with Shaq. He's not going to be double teamed.
But what was your question for Brandon? Did you
Man,
say
he
that
was
question?
putting up those type of numbers after Shaq. Oh, like
No,
it don't matter.
All right, so because you brought up the conference title, so what you're trying to say is that Kobe would have a bunch of conference finals because what you just described.
He would have had at least one. I guess he would have had at least one here.
Now that's funny because I was going to ask him how many defensive player of the year does Wilt Chamberlain have and Bill Russell? How many all defensive teams would they have? How many more? You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny how they want to retrograde that, but they won't do it for nobody else. Like you guys, okay. And another thing,
always do it.
No wait, stop. Stop telling us Michael Jordan's and Kobe Bryant's career as if we don't know what Kobe Bryant did in the 2000s Western Conference Finals. Why y'all keep repeating stuff that we already know? Reed Brennan is back up. Let's let him speak because we are going past our time. And we do have a lot of people in the comments. We see a lot of people are watching the show. Thanks for everybody who's checking us out. Again, we are GOAT James Kingdom. This is A. Johnny. I have my partner, B. Lee. We go live every Sunday noon to talk basketball in the GOAT conversation. So please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you like the content, and don't be afraid to check out our membership. We are also on Facebook. We are also on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We have a Facebook group that you can join where we can talk about LeBron James' greatness. We're talking in-season cup championship today. So that's the main topic. Thanks again for everybody that showed up in the panel, everybody in the comments. So Brandon, you had your phone go down on you. You was on fire.
Man,
You was cooking. But go ahead, and then we'll let boycott activity come up because he just showed up. Shout out the boycott activity. But go ahead, Brandon.
Nah, facts. I just like I was saying, like nobody else was knocked for longevity. Like I don't care who you look at. Brady, he's the GOAT. He's still doing this shit. But now Bron is, his longevity. Come on, bro. And then we got people ranking people in their top 5 that they never even seen play in real time. Like, if you had to go look at highlights for your top 5, I don't respect it. I was born in 91. I was alive when Jordan was playing, but I wasn't really watching Jordan. I'm not going to rank Jordan in my top 5. Now, if I want to just go off of names, yes, he's in my top 5. But a lot of you people are actually ranking people that you never seen play. My top 5, I actually seen their worst games in real time. A lot of you just get on YouTube or you hear somebody else tell you that that's supposed to be in your top 5. Kobe, I respect him, but he's not on LeBron level. At the end of the day, like they love to tell us about Mamba mentality. Well, where was Mamba mentality when he blew a 3-1 lead and quit on his team in a game 7? He didn't even want to shoot the ball.
He lost.
He lost. No, he choked. He didn't even choke. LeBron choked in 2011. Kobe quit. He said, "I don't even want to shoot." So where is that? Like, and then you talking about impact and winning. Okay, listen.
No response, SFM. You're not responding. It's not your turn. He's almost done. You're almost done because we have to let boycott.
Yeah, no, I'm about to land it here. I'm gonna land it here, right? So you talk about impact of winning. Kobe, what? How many Finals MVPs to LeBron's?
You got 2.
2 to 4.
Oh, the 2.
Only 2.
4 is more than 2, right? 4 is more than 2, right? I know
4 is more than 2, right? So that's what I'm saying. Y'all talk about all these scoring titles. Talk about the scoring title, and I'll end it there. Like y'all start coping.
I believe Kobe has 2 scoring titles.
He has only 2.
Yeah, he has 2 scoring titles.
I think he has the same amount Mikan has. I think Mikan has more than him, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So, for me, my opinion is Kobe is the 3rd best player I ever seen play basketball. Period. I don't have him like career-wise in the top 5 because his career wise, his career wasn't top five, and that's no knock on him as a player. It's just Magic Johnson had a better career than Kobe Bryant, but I would take Kobe Bryant over Magic, and that's just my opinion. That's my subjectivity. Kobe Bryant was a he's the only person who can challenge as an individual player, LeBron and Jordan. He's the only player in the history of the game who can challenge those two as wing players. I have Kobe Bryant right next to Michael Jordan as a player. I think if you had 10 games, it would be a wash between those two. That's how great they were. But when we're talking about career, what Kobe did for his career, he's just not top five.
Can I hear your top five?
He just unfortunate for his career.
Yeah, Brandon, give me your top five. You want his personal top five, or you want his objective top five, his career wise? Because he has career, then he has his personal.
Yeah.
Your top five, like career. It don't matter who's top five to you.
His top five career. Go ahead. Yeah.
Top five career. I got LeBron. Number one, I got Jordan. Number two, then I got Bill Russell. I got Kareem and who's I think it's Tim Duncan.
Will Chamberlain. No, he said it was Will Chamberlain. It's Will Chamberlain.
It may have been Will. And
yeah, it's Will Chamberlain. Both of us have the same top five. It's Michael, LeBron, Kareem, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain. That's our top five guys. We just have them in different orders. Yo, you know what's crazy? I'm watching everybody speak about Kobe Bryant, right? And I'm watching Travis go like in a roller coaster. He's hearing great stuff about Kobe. He's all happy. His face is all excited.
That's my hero, dude.
And then somebody shoots Kobe down, and he's like, man. And he's like, and then somebody says Kobe's great, and he's like, Kobe, and he's like, yeah. And that is hilarious. Yeah. This is hilarious, bro.
Yeah, for me, people who have Jordan as number one by not using any stats, and if they don't have Kobe as number two, I can't really take them seriously because you're going to use the same argument for Michael Jordan and Kobe. No, I mean, there's identical argument. There's no separate argument.
It has nothing to do with stats.
Billy, I just briefly what Reed Brandon said just about seeing those players play. Like, I don't like to whenever people say Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain in a top five, I don't usually debate them because I don't want to feel like I don't want nobody to feel like I'm just disrespecting them or whatever. So I leave it alone because I tear pages out of people's books, So I don't get off into that, man. But man, if you like the 50s and the 60s and you like people dribbling with their head down, man, that's you, man.
That's what he did for his career. That's what he did for his career. Just what he did for his career.
Listen. I can tell you this right now. You talking about players that had to dribble with their head down to score. Go look at Reggie Miller. He had to dribble with his head down. But Boycott is here. Boycott, what's good, bro, man? Thank you for joining us again. You dropped the bomb on us last week. What you got for us this week? We champions, bro. We champions, my friend.
Congratulations with the goggles, man. To the in-season tournament champions and the in-season tournament MVP. My man looked really AD looked really athletic last night. That was amazing. This is a weird thing because I'm sorry for being late. I'm like Robert Horry at this joint. I'm late, but I come in clutch. Robert Horry is the key. Robert Horry is the key to my argument for everything because I am the king of context right now. I don't know who's going to be that next week, but right now I'm the king of context. When we're talking about championships, that is great. Championships are great. Robert Horry has 7, right? But the stats is needed to actually explain why Robert Horry is not a GOAT. When it comes to win shares, LeBron James is number 2 behind one of my other GOATs, which is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The top 10 win share performances, because we love playoff performances. LeBron has 4 of them, right? One of my other GOATs is in there, Tim Duncan. We don't want to have that conversation. The impact that you have on wins is more important than just the win. Wins are important, but the impact, when you're talking about LeBron's impact on teams, they fall apart without him. When we see other GOATs, they fall apart without those GOATs. Right? So it's not just can you win, it's what's your impact on those teams. You know what I'm saying? So that's why LeBron is, to me, the GOAT. Not only Did he have the impact? I don't know if you saw what FYF put out the other day. The net efficiency of the teams that LeBron played against compared to the net efficiency that MJ played against.
In the final, was it in the finals or just the playoffs?
The finals.
Yeah, we've done the finals. We've done the finals. But go ahead, continue.
It's insane. That's what I'm saying. It's almost like, no offense, it was a baby league before the 2000s, man. It was. The athletes are different. The teams are different. I was looking at a list of the amount of 20-point scorers in 97, 98 when Jordan played. There was 15 people that can score 20 points or more in 97, 98. Last year, it was 43 players that scored 20 points or more. 43 players that scored 20 points or more. That's who you have to guard on a nightly basis, right? And then we showed how much LeBron affects the Heat's a team's defense when they there's no comparison in my opinion. To me, there's no comparison. I put Jordan there because of what he did in his era. Even Bird said, listen, Jordan's era was weak. Larry Bird said this. You know what I'm saying? So to me, there's no comparison. But listen, he's a beast. I get affected by this too. My favorite player of all time played in the hardest era, and I respect him, but his numbers are terrible. And his name is Allen Iverson. I respect him, but he played against zone and illegal defense. That's what happens. If you look at even Tim Duncan's numbers when zone came about, it changed.
It dropped.
It's a baby. It was a baby league. It was a bunch of fat power forwards, tiny point guards, not trash, but pretty bad shooting guards. You know what I'm saying? It was all on cocaine. Can I say cocaine? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't not what it is today.
Man, cocaine was in hell so bad.
The cocaine 80s. Again, like we said, that's the 1900s. You know what I'm saying? If you were born in the 1900s, you can talk the 1900s. But if you were not born in the 1900s, you cannot talk about the 1900s. But out of all the things that y'all are saying, all the players that we're mentioning, does any one of them have this? Any one of them? Anyone? Anyone?
Not one.
Any one of them? Not one, right? Not one of them. That's what I thought.
None of them.
None of them. So
let's let Twin Man get in because I know he's been itching to say something before we go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah.
So it's you already know it, man. You already know it. So shout out to LeBron James and the Lakers, man. You know, the hate. Like I saw the post that y'all put up, and I don't know if y'all saw the comments that that I responded to in there, but that one y'all put up when y'all put the clown graphics over that dude's face, and he was like, "Yo, anybody, if LeBron wins it, I don't respect it, but if anybody else win it, I'm gonna respect it." That tells you the level of delusion people really live in their life in 2023. That on some real, you hate somebody so much that if they accomplish anything, you are not going to respect it. That is a level of delusion. That is a level of insanity. You need medication.
Yo, you know what? You know what's so funny? Listen, we're gonna end it with this. We're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Listen, I actually respect that guy for saying it because at least he's telling us the truth. I respect it. At least he's telling us the truth. Like he said, I don't care if y'all. I don't hate him for it. At least he's telling us the truth. Like I tell you, if you're gonna have Michael Jordan as your GOAT because of popularity, because of intangible things, then that's fine. But don't come around telling people you know how to talk basketball and you're using real basketball terminology or inventing new basketball terminology or redefining actual basketball terminology to make Michael Jordan the GOAT, you will get exposed. You must know how to talk basketball. It's just that simple. It's fine. We get it. We knew that we were going to accept this. They didn't accept the all-time scoring record when LeBron broke it. They didn't accept the 2020 championship. Exactly. So they don't, you know what really don't matter? They don't matter. The NBA is going. They got LeBron as the face of the league. They're crying. They admit they don't watch the games. They're not NBA fans. They don't buy tickets. They don't buy the league package. They're not fans of the league. They only watch to see LeBron James lose and to talk about LeBron James. That is the only reason those guys are even like Brandon said, Jordan's only relevant because LeBron James is so great. That's the fact. That's it. So listen, we're gonna leave it at that.
Energy going back and forth with these non-basketball talking.
What? I got energy. I got energy for days. In fact, I'm about to call out one of them on TikTok in a few minutes because I got all the energy. Brandon's laid back. If y'all want to catch Brandon and his laid back style of exposing Michael Jordan fans, catch the last live of the Michael Jordan's fan page. And you'll see Brandon making that sport fitness guy have all the energy to go work out for 3 hours straight. That guy there, I can't wait to go see that footage. So y'all go check that out. Y'all
That's
know
hilarious.
you guys know where to catch us at. We are GOAT James Kingdom. We go live every Sunday, noon Eastern, to talk the GOAT conversation in basketball. SFM and Twin Man, if you guys want to debate the Kobe argument, I'll give you a Friday night exposure to do such. Also, Travis, King John's already called you out several times. A Friday night exposure platform is available for you as well to debate Kobe and Magic. So we will have a lot of Kobe talk. It sounds very soon on the Friday night exposure. So that'll be fun. That'll be great because none of y'all can actually prove why Kobe's better than Brandon could do it. Brandon will show you why Kobe's better. But either way, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Anyways, thanks for everybody.
Michael and Mike, I just want to say, Michael, when it comes to just Michael, Kobe, and LeBron, I just feel like with those three, like I don't care about anybody. Those three got to be top five. I just feel like when we talk about the next,
Kobe belongs.
hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
Stop it. Friday night, man.
When I just talk about the next 15 or 20 or even 30 years, even to these players today, and just in the world consistency of players, just all around the world, just not even NBA players, the world consistency. Those three are the three that they are looking at. They are always going to like praise. I believe those are the three of the most talented, skilled, just overall players right there, bro.
Yeah, the word you're looking for is iconic. They are iconic.
Yeah, they iconic, bro. Like
they're iconic.
They on a whole nother. Them three right there.
We listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Like I always tell you, GOAT James Kingdom detractors. We listen. We hear everything y'all say. So we heard you. We hear you. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us, SFM. Thanks, Boycott Activity. Thanks, King John. Shout out to Craig and Travis, the MJ delegates here. Shout out to Twin Man as usual. Shout out to everybody in the comments. We are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. We're going to get up out of here. You guys enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your football. I'll see you guys Friday if you want to see us Friday. We are out of here. Stay blessed. Stay peace.
Salute, man. Have a good day, man.
And remember, your GOAT doesn't have one of these. So shout out to the Lakers. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Salute.
All right, see you guys.